Um, it's going to be an interesting Hangouts, guys. It's going to be an interesting one, and I think that we know what the hot topic is, but I think it's good for us to build up there. We know what we're going to talk about because I want to talk about Arteta, and I think as much as we talk about Arteta, I then also want to talk about Lampard because some very interesting things were said about Lampard before we came on, so I want to do that as well. Um, But just to show you guys what's on the docket, man, because remember, guys, this is a football show. We're not Premier League emergency. We talk about all football. We've got to because we did address. We didn't talk about it as a panel. Let's talk about PSG, the sacking of Tuchel, Pochettino possibly getting hired. I want to look at AC Milan. Is this really AC Milan's year? What do you give their chances of actually bringing AC Milan back to their glory? And Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, who are the actual favorites? Are Real the favorites or Atletico the favorites? Where does the balance lie within the La Liga there? And then if we have time, we may take some questions from our lovely, beautiful audience, man. So we will get to the Lampard Arteta issue. We'll get there, guys. We have time. We have all the freaking time in the world, man. But I want us to start first of all with PSG. So just to reiterate what has happened and so forth. So PSG sacked Tuchel. I think it was bound to happen because I never saw Tuchel really being like a long-term solution for PSG. But my thing about it is why he was sacked. So it seems more like he was sacked because of an interview that he made prior to the game. But I think it may even go deeper. Hence why it's good that we have Ahmad here, who is a PSG fan that can shed us some lights. But my thing is here, because I want us to put everything together, Tuchel and Pochettino. Tuchel was never the right man for PSG. And I think that for PSG, with the kind of team there are, based on how the team is made, specifically the individuals and the egos, you need a Zidane. You need a Mourinho. You need a Pep. You need a manager that's not only a good manager, but a manager that comes in with some swag. Hence why I don't think a Rafa Benitez would work. Rafa Benitez would be the worst kind of coach. Benitez is a great manager. He's the wrong fit for what PSG is about. PSG need a Mourinho, a Pep, a manager with a strong personality who won't get bullied, because we all saw what happened with Rafa Benitez at Real Madrid prior to when Zidane took over. Like, it was a mess and like he lost the dressing room. Pochettino for me doesn't make sense. And I think that's for me, because it's so funny, when I said Pochettino was the wrong one, guys are like, oh my gosh, well, Hansi Flick didn't win any trophies before he took over Bayern. Okay, moron. But you do realize that Hansi Flick was always in the Bayern Munich setup and knew the German players really, really well. Pochettino, because again, I want to do the research. People say, oh, Pochettino knows PSG well, like he's now coming back home. Bro, he spent most of his time at Espanyol. He spent 3 seasons. I checked. He spent 3 seasons at PSG. Okay, so it would make sense him managing Espanyol. That's why when he managed Espanyol afterwards, it made sense based on how long he had spent at Espanyol. He spent 3 seasons at PSG. And for me, his job at Tottenham doesn't scream he's going to work well and fit in at PSG, because my thing is this, it's about man management. Does he have the ability to work with the personalities and the egos at PSG? Allegri would be somewhat of a better fit, because remember, Allegri, he did take over AC Milan, and he really knew how to handle Ibrahimovic and get the best out of Ibra, and you already know about his successes with Juventus. So I think Pochettino is a wrong move to go, because PSG, it's about winning the Champions League. This is what it's about. I need Mbappe to win the Champions League, and Neymar needs to win the Champions League to validate him moving. I've talked. It's you guys to talk to me now. So Ahmad, PSG fan, first off, Tuchel getting sacked and Pochettino getting hired, and who do you think is the right man to take PSG for, specifically to give them the best chance of winning the CL?
I don't know where to start. I don't agree with the sacking of Tuchel.
Oh,
The problem with Tuchel wasn't the performance. I think Tuchel has been fantastic for the club. The problem was between him and Leonardo, and that's why I'm angry. I wanted that fraud Leonardo out first, not Tuchel. And this was planned. In my opinion, this has been planned for months, because you can't sack him in the middle of a Champions League group stage campaign, or in the middle of a, because now it's a break. It's a perfect time to sack him. Leonardo has planned this for months, and he was looking for his man Pochettino for months. And how I know this is a problem between Tuchel and Leonardo is when Tuchel came out right after the transfer window and demonstrated and told publicly that he wasn't happy about the transfers. And I agree with him. Our transfer with Leonardo has been disgusting. It's absolutely, like, after Neymar and Mbappe, the other transfer window we have had, I can only name you one good signing we have done, and that's Keylor Navas. Other than that, it has been shit. So, and then when I knew that Tuchel would get sacked is when we got Danilo Pereira. He played Danilo Pereira, who is a CDM, as a centre back, and put Marquinhos, who is a centre back, at CDM. It shows that he wasn't happy with Danilo Pereira. He wasn't happy with the transfer he got. And for me, yeah,
Marquinhos was playing CDM or in the midfield long before Tuchel was manager, though.
yes, but that was because we had Thiago Silva and Kimpembe. But we Leonardo got Thiago Silva out, and that was really bad. And then we needed to replace a CDM position, and he brought in Danilo Pereira, a guy who is 29 years old and haven't played for the top 5 leagues. It's crazy how Leonardo has managed this situation. But Tuchel is a quality manager. I think, HH, I know you're a Chelsea fan. I think Chelsea should get Tuchel immediately. Tuchel is a very good coach.
See, Ahmad, don't get me started on this whole Chelsea issue, because
Bring back Sarri.
I'm just waiting in. But Ahmad, let's just say that, of course, Tuchel is 10 times better than the rookie. But yes,
Tuchel has, like, if you really think about it, guys, Tuchel is a manager who changed his tactics all the time. He started off at...
Okay, but I'm going to say, my thing is that I think he's a good manager. He's a pretty good manager, because remember him at Dortmund. Is he the right manager for the particular situation that PSG is? Because PSG is not a regular kind of football club. It's a very specific club based on the culture they've created and the players they have. Is Tuchel the right man for PSG?
I think he's the right man, but the problem was that he didn't get... It wasn't Leonardo that signed him. It was another Sporting America.
Enrique or something.
Yeah, Enrique. So obviously there was a problem between Leonardo and Tuchel. We all saw that. And if you think about it, Tuchel has done good in PSG. If you think about the Champions League, he came top of the group in Liverpool and Napoli when Liverpool won the Champions League. In the round of 16 against United, he outclassed United in the first leg with pure tactics. The second legs, the 3 goals we conceded, wasn't Tuchel's fault. It was mistakes by the players. He couldn't change those things. In the final last year, he set the team perfectly to beat a team like Bayern München. And if only Neymar and Mbappe was more clinical, the game plan would have worked. So I think Tuchel has been fantastic for us, and I'm not happy that he left, to be honest.
So okay, so with regards to the new manager, then would you be happy with Pochettino, or you'd prefer a different manager?
But who is out there? I know Allegri, that you brought up Allegri, but I don't want that defensive style.
Because I looked at the names. So Valverde is there, Allegri is there, Sarri is there, I believe Spalletti is there. Those are 4 names that for me I would put ahead of Pochettino. Personally,
I think Pochettino might fit PSG a bit more. He was a club captain at PSG, so he still knows the club. That's a first good step. And then he plays that attractive football that maybe isn't the most important thing, but I think he would suit PSG more than a more defensive style that Allegri has. So, but I don't know. I don't think there's any top world-class manager out there right now.
So basically, if Pochettino was hired, you'd be happy with Pochettino.
I don't really see a difference between him and Tuchel. The only difference I see is that Leonardo chose this manager, chose Pochettino. So maybe the relationship will be better. Okay, that's the only positive I can see from this.
All right. So Hassan, nice and concise thoughts on Tuchel being sacked and who PSG should hire as manager.
About time, man. I thought he would have got sacked a little bit while back. I can't lie. I don't think I know he got to the final last year, but I don't think he would have won a Champions League with PSG for me. I mean, to me, it looked like Mbappe and Neymar. It looked like on the side they disrespecting too much sometimes. I feel like he couldn't control them. From outside perspective, for me, so I think it's about time he got sacked. I mean, he fell out with Leonardo, I think said. And as for the new manager, Pochettino, I don't rate the guy that much. I can't be honest. I don't rate Pochettino. I don't think he'll win them a Champions League. I say get Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann, if they told him, you can manage us, you can get Neymar and Mbappe instead of managing Poulsen and Sabitzer and stuff, he'll jump at the job. But the thing is, I don't know if something goes wrong, Neymar and Mbappe have too much power for him to control because he's still a rookie. Let's be honest, he hasn't won anything.
So who should be who do you think PSG's manager should be that can get them the Champions League, specifically Mbappe?
Man, I would say Nagelsmann. That's the best option for me. I mean, I agree. I don't know if the defensive style suits PSG, so I'll say Nagelsmann in it.
Okay. Ben.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. I've always wanted to say this about Tuchel because I think I just always am not on the show when you talk about Tuchel. I don't think he's that bad. That's the truth. I don't think he's that. I don't think he was that bad. I think you don't try. The game is changing. Players are becoming superstars. So you then like how many coaches are as big like are superstars like the caliber of what Neymar and Mbappe are now. So that's not what to change. It's the club instead that should find a way. And yes, there are also superstars in other teams, but it's so glaring how PSG do their it's as though they actually give the players more power than whoever the coach is. So I don't think it's now finding the coach. I think their chairman already said it. They said once they get rid of, I think there was a time he said something about once they get rid of Neymar, they won't be making those kind of buys again. And I think that's why they're not trying to buy superstar players. The time when Neymar was giving them those issues last year. So I don't think it's about Tuchel because I've seen his record at PSG. Since these guys took over, he's been the best coach. He's had the highest win ratio.
It's about
everybody.
Win ratio. It's about the Champions League, man. All this win ratio.
And he's taking them the farthest in the Champions League as well. So what can we say? And if you say, well, last season's Champions League was one-legged, which I always say, but then if you say it now to argue against Tuchel, then you're arguing against your own point, which you say, oh, no asterisks. But then it took them to the finals at the end of the day. If you say no asterisks, it took them to the finals. It took them farthest than every other person. So it's senseless to now. But anyway, it's political. He said it. He said he doesn't know if he's a coach or he's a politician here.
So with regards to who do you think is the right man? I mean, is Pochettino?
Yeah, cool. See, any good coach. The issue is it's not about right now. Who's the superstar you want to go and get? Who do you want to get? Okay, let Ronaldo retire and let him go and coach them or something. You can't. Right now, you just need a quality coach. And the club
but you need somebody who can handle the players.
The club has to put the players. I'm not saying put them in their place. There's a way to handle big players, and that's why I like Real Madrid. Even as a Barca fan, they don't make any player become so big. You even Ronaldo, they'll make you understand that the club is first. You have to do that, else you're not going anywhere. As big as Bayern is, no player is as big as the club, and that's what they have to do. They have yes.
Don't you think Barcelona players has more player power than PSG players?
Messi has player power. Just Messi.
Just Messi and Piqué.
But no one in PSG has that player power. Like
Neymar doesn't.
What? Neymar and Mbappe.
For somebody, no, for me. But when you've paid that much for a player, and look at how Neymar's character has changed from how he was at Barcelona and how he is at PSG, it's obvious that they see him as a prized asset. You know what? It makes sense. It makes sense because they just want. It's something they're creating something specific, and I think it's just a human reality that he has to face. That when you have a superstar, a superstar has to be treated a certain way. Now, obviously, if it starts to a detriment to the team, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. This is the culture you've created because PSG, they are what they are. Jordan,
But
logo,
AJ,
razzmatazz, all this kind of stuff. It is what it is.
sorry, like I said though, I know I heard their chairman say last summer when the whole Neymar and the fans was not last summer. I think summer of 2019 when Neymar was trying to force the move. He said it that they'll start doing their business differently. And I know the PSG fan was complaining, but that's actually why he's not trying to get superstars anymore. He's trying to get just good players. Maybe they're going to the other extreme, getting bad players though. But I'm just saying they're not trying to get any big name, anybody too big. Once they get rid of these players,
So look, my
that's
friend,
what they're gonna do. So get Pochettino. Pochettino is good. It's good. That's what I'm saying. Pochettino is good, basically.
Okay. Maxi, Tuchel, and who should PSG get as their new manager? Maxi, talk to me.
Yo.
Yeah.
Well, with the Tuchel thing, I mean, you have to understand. Wait, wasn't it the same manager that lost the Barcelona when Barcelona came back? That was
Emery. That's Emery.
Okay, that's
Emery.
different. Okay, now look, the reason why PSG is kind of seems like Chelsea back in 04 or 05 when Abramovich was thirsty for that Champions League, and right now they are thirsty for that Champions League. That's the main thing. And maybe they. I don't think they should have sacked him because they could have given one more year, which was this year. If they give him this year, he messed up. Yeah, sack him. But right now, he's in a good place. And I think, they have a favorable draw against Barcelona. But bringing Pochettino it's just silly to me. I mean, what do you want? Pochettino to me is like a bridge for clubs. He'll help those developing players and everything. I never seen him as a guy that will take you to the Champions League finals. I mean, at least Tuchel took them to the Champions League finals. And when a coach could take you to the Champions League finals, it's up to the players to, show up. And obviously, we watched it and we saw that Neymar and Mbappe did not show up. So,
but Poch has taken a team to the finals before, bro. Just saying.
Oh, it was fluke.
Bro, let's not talk about that one.
What did he do in the final?
Let's not talk about that nonsense.
Ben,
He took a weaker team. He took a weaker team to the final. So let's
that was sad. Anyways, now for real, it's just the fact that there is no manager right now that will come in. Really, it's the players because they have superstars. That's what they were talking about. They have Neymar. I don't think without a coach, Neymar should be able to play anyways. You know what I mean? Because he's at that top of the level. So even if you bring a Jose Mourinho, I think Jose Mourinho will help because of the mentality that he's going to give them. And
so specifically, who would you choose then to come in?
Honestly, bro, there's nobody right now that is Allegri, I guess, because he has prestige. That's about it. I mean, but except from that, there's no person. Pochettino to me is, what are you doing? You just bring out another Tuchel. I mean, you say Nagelsmann, but I think we've never seen Nagelsmann in this type of.
I never said Nagelsmann.
Not you. I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of people would probably say too. It's the fact that we've never seen him go to a club like PSG that they're only fighting for one. They don't care about no French league no more. It's all about the Champions League. Now, how we sure Nagelsmann is going to work out with Neymar? Nagelsmann likes his young players that he could groom.
So
we don't know.
Okay, so who should be gotten then? If you had to choose, who should be the manager then? If you had to choose the right guy to give PSG the Champions League.
Right now, honestly, they should have just stayed with two because right now there's nobody except Allegri. You could say Allegri. I'll say Allegri. That's it because he's the one out there.
All right, Damien.
Yeah, I don't think it was the right decision to sack Tuchel. I thought he was doing a pretty good job at PSG, getting them to the Champions League final, and I thought he should have got till January to maybe bring somebody in to help them, specifically in the center back position. Because I think since Thiago Silva left, I don't think they really looked as sturdy defensively as they did with Thiago Silva there. And Pochettino, I don't really rate him as a manager, especially after he said that trophies are just for. What do you say? Trophies are just for.
They said about mentality to win trophies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that a guy you really want? Really?
Yeah, I mean, the best manager that they can get that's like not that's available is probably Allegri.
Mm.
I think he can do a good job there. He has the prestige. He can handle the egos at PSG. But I think that PSG made a bad decision sacking Tuchel and not giving him until January to get more players in.
Oh, okay. Samuel, talk to me, man.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually didn't rate Tuchel from the beginning. However, listening to what Ahmed said, I'm thinking about it. Tuchel did actually do all right at PSG. I won't lie to you, he did do all right. I think it was just like the transfers that they were making were very confusing to me. There were certain people that I think that PSG wanted to get, and they will get this guy instead. I was thinking like, what, like the Pereira deal, like that was confusing to me. For me, also the Herrera deal was confusing as well, because you already got somebody like Idris Gay. So like, why do you need Herrera? I didn't get that. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused about it because Tuchel is probably the best manager that you could get right now in the current climate. That what's it called? With the managers that are around right now, the only one I can say that is, I want to say clearly better, but a little bit better is probably Pochettino. And as Ahmed,
But who would be the right man?
I think Pochettino, mainly because of the fact that what's it called? He's actually played at the club, so he knows more about the club. I don't know, because really and truly with PSG, their situation is very confusing, because as the other person said, when you're looking at the league, there's no competition at all. Like, there's absolutely no competition at all. So they're only looking at the Champions League, and it's kind of like a sticky situation, because I feel like if your league is good, it kind of prepares you for the Champions League itself, because you already have competition in the league. So it kind of like it heightens you up for the Champions League, which PSG don't have, because the French league ain't that good anyways. But I think looking at it, the PSG's best bet, if they want to have the football that they like the attacking, attractive football, is Pochettino for me.
But can Pochettino give them a Champions League?
That's another another story to tell. Yeah, I know. You know, I don't even want to bring this point up. I know he brought Tottenham to the Champions League, but I don't really want to talk about that, because
That wasn't a Champions League campaign. That was one of the
Ajax.
weakest.
It wasn't
Your
Tottenham
double
winning
standards
that
are so
semi-final.
bad.
It was Ajax bottling that semi-final. More of yeah.
But guys, you can't compare the job at Spurs, a small club who doesn't have any pressure on the manager.
Yeah.
No. I don't understand how HH will praise Mourinho for taking a club like Porto to that height, but then just because they didn't lose. Now, Tottenham, you took Tottenham to the finals. That's also big. That's a degree of difficulty. That's also big. Even if they didn't win, that's big also.
was one of the
We don't
weakest
care. That's also big. You can't.
Okay, look, we're not here about Tottenham and Champions League thing and everything like that. So, Samuel, who is the manager you say that should take over PSG?
I was gonna say Pochettino, because I know I said I didn't want to bring this up, but he did bring Tottenham to a Champions League. So in that sense, let's see what he can do with a better team, a better squad with more money. Let's see what he can do.
Okay, that's fair. Even if I still think he'll fail, but that's fair. Red Devil.
let's be real. I think the issue with PSG, I had my issues with Tuchel before, and I felt like he was getting a lot more praise, what I thought was Klopp's work at Dortmund himself, but I didn't think that he was a trash manager. But what I've said several times with Tuchel is that I always said, and to be honest, I could kind of see this coming. A part of me actually thought that I think that PSG were almost waiting for United to sort of deal with them as a given excuse for them to sack Tuchel, because they almost saw the writing on the wall, because you could see the vibes. I could clearly see the players weren't respecting the coach. The fact that he wasn't really
Wait, Red Devil, can Please don't say that word vibes. It gives me bad vibes knowing what just happened to today. Please don't mention the word
We're gonna
vibes.
we're gonna get to that, HH. We're gonna get to that.
Don't
I mean,
worry, we're gonna
It's
touch on that
those bottles.
We're
There
gonna,
we go.
we're
Pop
gonna
those
come
bottles.
to you, bro. We're gonna
Hey,
come to you.
Pop those
We're
bottles.
gonna
There we
come
go.
to
Pop
you.
those.
you have your time, man. You have your time. No, what I'm saying is that, like, even from the start of the season, the combination of fact that it's obvious the players and respect him. You can see that sometimes when you see substitution and stuff, the interaction, walk past, no shake hand, no eye contact, whatever, disinterested. Not to mention the fact that I would have thought that if they really were supporting, they would have backed him quite a bit in the summer. They clearly didn't, bringing in B-Tech players, etc. So they just needed an excuse. They couldn't find one, and then they just pulled the plug. The issue with PSG from an outside perspective, is that, like, I just feel that they need a strong personality to manage a squad. It is about respect. I don't think we're talking about managerial class, Pochettino. My issue with Pochettino is not so much I don't think he's a good manager. It's that he got sacked by Spurs because effectively he lost the dressing room. You're now going to be in a situation at PSG where you need that strong personality, and so unless
So my thing is that, so do you believe he can maintain a strong dressing room and he can be able to manage all of these big egos?
The only way I see this, unless like the PSG board or of the mindset, right, we're changing the culture. So by that I mean they're going to sell a Neymar, maybe not Mbappe, I don't know, but certainly a Neymar, rebuild, and the emphasis being on developing like academy-based talent, like he did at Spurs, bringing academy players or young players coming in and improving them, making them better. If that's the model that PSG are going to go down the line and they're going to back Poch to do that, then Pochettino is fine for it. But if they're still going to stick to this, we need to get superstars thing in, we need to buy high top that are going to be difficult to manage. And to be honest, a better manager to come in with that, who I think has that strong personality, though he might not go on players, is Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho for me is that type of strong manager who will make it about him than a mess about the players. And if the owners support or back him, that like he'll have the quality there. The other alternative is, if you want a player that's won a CL, who's got reputation, maybe PSG should look into Frank Lampard as well. Who knows?
Whoa, bro. That's a low blow, man.
He might be available, is what I'm saying. He might be available soon. So,
But he can get Setien. So I think Setien.
LB, can you please take the mic, please? Thank you.
Look, this is a real surprise to me because I thought Tuchel had done a fantastic job with PSG over the last, or really 1.5 seasons since he's been in charge. And I don't really understand their rationale behind sacking him, because if you look at, the coaches before Tuchel, they weren't even able to pass the round of 16 with PSG. And they arguably had, perhaps better squads than Tuchel did over the last 2 seasons. Unai Emery somehow kept his job after the miracle at Camp Nou. I don't know how the hell he managed to do that. Tuchel, he gets PSG into their first final. They lose, all right. Obviously they would have won, but it was still a big deal, a big achievement. And then he loses his job. So I think it's totally unfair for him. To be honest, I didn't really see him being there for very long as well, because obviously he's not French, and he just sort of had that interim manager vibe. Sorry to say that word again. But still, he did, in my opinion, a fantastic job. In terms of a manager who PSG should pick up, I don't think they should go for Pochettino, because personally, I don't really rate him and what he did with Tottenham 2 seasons ago and getting them into the final. They should go for someone with a bit more experience and someone who can control the dressing room, i.e. Allegri. Despite his tactics and his defensive sort of mindset, I think he will be a good coach for PSG with his experience and, having gotten Juventus into a couple of finals himself. I think he'll be a very useful coach for PSG.
Okay. Ites, round us off, man.
Yes. So for me, it doesn't matter what manager PSG get. They need to change the culture at the club first.
That's never happening.
Because
That's never happening.
It's actually happening. It's happening.
I test. Yo, bro.
Yeah,
bro,
he
bro.
might be breaking it.
Yeah. Your mic is breaking it, man. Wait, come out and come back in. Come out and come back in. Come out and come back in.
Well, HH, wouldn't it be funny if PSG got Valverde and Valverde net Barca out? That'll be funny.
That'll be
No.
funny.
What will be funny is when Chelsea gets Setien.
All right. Thank you. So, guys, let's bring this in, man. I want to start first with Arteta and Arsenal. Because I need my strength. Oops.
Is that those bottles popping?
Why is stressful?
Because I need my strength for what is about to be unleashed.
Gatluck, man, bro. Good to see you. Shout out Gatluck, man.
Just on time, Gatluck.
Just in time, man. Just in time.
Yo, what up, guys?
This is useless, man.
Let's not forget this. This is a celebratory stream.
Wait. Okay, so let's just start with Arteta, man. So, is this a turning point for Arteta and Arsenal? And were you surprised by Arteta's tactics, or rather how well Arsenal played, knowing that we joked about them being relegation candidates, we joked about them obviously losing to Chelsea, then maybe struggling against Brighton and thingy. How surprised were you by the way that Arsenal played, and do you think this is a critical turning point for Arteta and Arsenal season? Ahmad?
If I'm honest, when I watched that game, I never thought about how Arteta was good or how good he was. I was just thinking how shit Lampard was. That was the only thought I had in my head. So I can't really comment. I think it's unfair to judge Arteta right now.
No. Ahmad, we have a Lampard section coming afterwards.
Okay.
So just focus this on the victors, on Arsenal and Arteta.
I don't think it would be the turning point. Like, if you talk about top 4 and top 8, that's not a turning point now. They need better players in the squad. Like, look at the squad. They have Bellerin, Rob Holding, all these rejects, like shit players who should play for the lower teams in Premier League. So I think it's a bit unfair to compare Arteta with Lampard, all those managers. But they clearly have better squads. But I said it all along. Arsenal won't get relegated. Like, come on. So, but this isn't the turning point for them to get top 4 because they need better players in the squad.
So. Oh no! You see, top 4 is gone. No, top 4 is already gonna say, because again, some people did say that they may get relegated. So, do you think this is maybe the turning point and the catalyst for them to avoid any talk of relegation? They're now going to go on a run.
Yeah, like I never thought they would get relegated. And I think a big part of it is, like, why they're playing better now is Martinelli. I thought he played very good today and against City, even though they lost 4-1. So, no, I still don't think Arsenal will get relegated.
Okay.
It would be funny though. It would be funny.
It would be hilarious. It would be hilarious. What's it called? Hassan, talk to me.
I mean, how did Chelsea break this game? I mean,
no, let's focus on Arsenal and Arteta. Let's focus on Arsenal and Arteta. We'll get to Chelsea afterwards. Don't worry.
I mean, Arsenal used juju. I don't know if Oli taught Arteta to do some juju, but it worked.
Is that getting sacked juju?
Red Devil, can you mute your mic, please? Thank you.
I mean, don't get gas Arsenal fans. You're still getting relegated, man. You just got a little win today, but you're gonna lose the next 5 games. So it don't matter. It don't mean anything. You're still getting relegated, by the way.
Damn. All right, Ben, talk to me, man. Ben.
Okay. First of all, I have never said Arteta is world class. Never. But I've said that is okay, and I've said I've always said it was. Yeah. I've never said it was world class, but I've always said that I prefer him to Lampard and Solskjaer, just because of the scraps that he is using to do the best that they can do. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's the best thing since sliced bread. I don't think he's all that, but I think with time he's doing well with what he has. That's what I think. I want to talk about degree of difficulty. He's doing well what he has. And today's performance was coming. I said it last night. I said it last night on the Christmas show. I said it, You said I was against you. You said I have agendas against you. But I said it. They're going to lubricate you. I said it. And before you're in your pre-match stream, I put my prediction. I was just one goal off, but I said 2-1. I actually wanted to type 3-1, but I felt I didn't trust Arsenal to score 3 goals. But they I just said 2-1 because
Bro, how can you not say
we
3-1 now? See their shirts. See Chelsea shirts. Of course, 3 was going to be considered.
Gatlock, mute your mic.
It's sponsored by Free.
So actually, they do well when they're in this situation. Like that's just they do well against the big teams. They've beaten Man U this season. They've beaten Chelsea this season. They can't beat Liverpool. They're too good for them. I think Man City again is also too good for them. But against those big teams, they try their best to do well. I don't think it's a turning point just yet, but I think they are not going to be that bad. I actually think if you stick with this guy and actually what happened to giving coaches time? Just give a coach time and keep investing bit by bit. What happened to that and build something? I'm not saying everybody can be Klopp. Everybody won't do what Klopp has done. Everybody won't do that. But I think the guy is okay. I mean, for a rookie, for his first job, I think Lampard has been in a job, has had a job before. Even Tuchel has had a job before. And this guy looks tactically better. That's just the fact. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
So you will trust. So you think Arsenal should put their trust long term in Arteta?
Well, they don't have anything to lose now. Throwing him out of the way. I've been saying this for so long. So I'm not talking based on this game. Even if they lost this game, I would have insisted. Because remember what I said that day? I said even if you have a dummy for a coach, if you since you're in a rebuild, if you stay with him long enough, they would understand. And that's why I think Man U, apart from the quality of players, because Man U have quality players. So let's remove their quality of players. But apart from the quality of players, even if you're Vibes FC, if the coach stays long enough, you get used to what he does, and you would turn up at times. And that's what I mean. So since you're in a rebuild, allow him take you, even if he's not going to do everything, allow him take you to a better position where a bigger coach can come. But who knows? What if he becomes that big guy? So I just think rushing and saying Arteta out, come on, when he already won a trophy, out of these 3 coaches we're talking about, is the only one who has anything to show for it.
Okay. What's it called? Maxi.
Yo.
Arteta and Arsenal. Just focus on Arteta
and Arsenal. I will. Look, with that, they're like a passion team. You know, I expected. I'm not going to focus on Chelsea, but as a Chelsea fan, I'm gonna say I expected this to happen. You know what I mean? It's like everyone was saying we're going to lubricate Arsenal, and I didn't think it was going to happen. But with Arteta, is like, again, like you said, what happened to giving coaches time? You have to give a coach time. As a matter of fact, I mean,
just like Lampard.
Yes, just like Lampard. But we'll get to Lampard later, like you said. But you know what happened?
Give them time when you see them have some potentials, not some vibes guy.
Hold on. Wait, how does? All right, let me
Maxi,
go back.
please just focus on it because we're going to talk.
Oh yeah, okay. You give coaches time and you see them implementing stuff. Right now, Arsenal. The main thing, you got to hope that the board backs you, and Arteta has to hope that the board is going to back him if he decides to return by give time. Because now, next season, they need to offload a lot of those players. They won, but I'm not going to put too much stocks in this win because this is the Premier League. Stuff with small teams beat big teams all the time and everything. Not calling Arsenal a small team, but
So
are they really? Are they not really?
Brighton
where are
and
they on
West
the
Brom.
table?
So wait. So
Exactly.
so you think Brighton and so you think they'll mess up against Brighton and West Brom?
Yes, and you see they will. I mean, they will mess up against Brighton and West Brom just because they don't have that motivation to step up for them. But with Chelsea, it was a derby. Everyone was talking about everything, and we all said if there's a game that they needed to step up a little bit or to turn things around. I don't think that they're going to turn nothing around, but to turn things around a little, this is the game. But Arteta, you can't sack somebody that obviously has a. I'm not a trophy merchant because a lot of people are. They think wait, we want a trophy on your way, but yeah, he won the trophy already though, and I think Arteta should have more time and let him bring the players he wants to. Obviously, he's a Pep son. He's Pep's son, so I know he wants to bring players like Pep has, and that's what he really wants to form him like in Pep's image. So you got to give him time for that, and you got to offload a lot of those players, or a lot of those players. But wait, you can't give Arteta credit for working with scraps. And last year, you don't recognize that Lampard was working with scraps too. But that's all I'm saying about that one. Yep. That's what I'm saying about that one.
All right, what's it called, Jamal? Talk to me. So Jamal, we're talking about Arteta and Arsenal, and do you think this is a turning point for Arsenal and Arteta, and how much credit should we give Arteta for the surprising win that Arsenal had over Chelsea?
Yeah, before I talk, I just want to say through this whole stream, I'm gonna call you LL. LL is your name for this stream, and yeah, so embrace the name.
Go for it, Jamal. Go.
Yeah, so guys, Arteta, I think this is his first job as a manager. He is gonna have high points, he's gonna have low points. The best Arteta could do with his team is get them 8. The problem is that Arsenal, they still think they can make Champions League. They still think they can win the league. So the fans will get him sacked. But really and truly, Arteta will get this team 9th, 10th, mid-table. It's a process. You can't expect a guy who has get his job yesterday, he gets his coaching badges yesterday, and expect him to reach Champions League. No. So this season, Arteta should finish 8, 9, and that should be acceptable. And he's a long, long way from challenging for the Champions League. This is a process. This is a 10-year process. Forget 5 years. This is 10 years.
So do you think he is the right man long term for Arsenal? That Arsenal should stick by him long term?
Yes. Yes. The only problem is long term could be about 10 to 15 years. And I don't think jobs. Not 15, maybe 8 to 9 years. And guys, I don't think as a manager, I don't think you get them time no more. You don't get time like no more because everything now is money. And out of the 8, 9 years, I think 5 years will be out of the top 4. And I don't think the Arsenal board will like that because Champions League is big money. So if they stay with him long term, he could be that guy, but I just think he wouldn't be that guy. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Arteta.
Gatlock, Arteta and Arsenal.
Arteta and Arsenal, a love story, don't you think? Look, this is his first managerial job.
Good luck. I respect you. Just saying.
Thanks. HH. This is Arteta's first job. Okay, so we can't really. This is their first win since only God knows how long. I think since United, if I'm not mistaken, away from home. So look, HH, I won't lie to you. I was surprised in this game. I was expecting a narrow win, and I expected a lubrication. I mean, HH, come on. I was expecting this.
Man, it's HH, Arsenal baptizer, and he will. Maddest, I dare Lampard to lose. Maddest, and it ain't happening. It's either Chelsea, is how much they win by. A draw, I won't even be happy to. Is how much they win by. Maddest, you're getting levitated. You're getting levitated, okay? United and Leicester City drew. This is how Chelsea get back in the title race. Chelsea were back in the title race. We are back. Liverpool, watch out because a statement. That's why I've got a mail. A statement is about to be made. We're gonna let Maddest. It could get ugly. Maddest, it could get ugly. I think Tammy may give you that reflex. Abraham, guys, are you done? I need everybody to watch this game. Are you finished?
Bro, HH, this is the second time you said Tammy
Gatlock,
get a hat
we're talking
trick.
about Arteta and Arsenal. Can you stay on subject, please?
Yeah, this is about Arteta and Arsenal, man. Who is Maddest a fan of? Arsenal. I mean, come on.
Bro, give me a break. What's it called? I'm chilled. I told you, bro, I'm chilled because this Arsenal's main games is against Brighton and West Brom. So Arsenal know they're getting levitated in this game. They know they're getting punctured. They know they're getting malnourished, and they know they're getting colonized. So it's about how many G's. And for me, I need a statement. I need a bank statement made by Chelsea. Okay.
Yeah, look, sorry. The statement was actually made by Arsenal today. Okay, sorry, double. And for Arteta, look, hopefully this is a turning point for the dude. Okay, because I actually do rate the dude a bit above. Before it was actually above Lampard and Solskjaer, but nowadays I have to put Solskjaer ahead because the guy actually has tactics. Lampard has shown that this guy doesn't have anything. And for Arteta, look, this is his first managerial career club. So basically, I don't think he will last at Arsenal. I think they might sack him. But I do think he's going to be successful wherever he goes. I think Arsenal is his learning curve. So, yeah. Sorry, HH, man.
Thanks for
Arsenal
your
has been
input.
insulted.
Thanks for
I don't
your
understand
input.
how you give Ole that type of credit. Ole has been managing for 10 years now.
Maxi, mute your mic because I'm coming for you afterwards, bro. LB, talk to me.
Yeah, I think Arteta's done a pretty decent job over the last 2 seasons with Arsenal. And for, like what Gatlock was saying, his first coaching gig, you can't really sort of expect him to reach great heights, especially with a club like Arsenal. But still, I think he was a perfect fit for them. In terms of today's game, I think it's more of a loss to Chelsea than an achievement to Arsenal, because I think Chelsea really shot themselves in the foot there.
But do you think this is a turning point for Arteta and Arsenal?
No, I'm not buying into that, one bit.
Wow.
HH, because we've seen it over and over again in the EPL, where the big clubs, they lose to the smaller clubs, and so I don't really see it as a turning point. Obviously, they're going to get a bit of confidence out of this win, but no, I don't really see it as a turning point. In terms of Champions League football, I think we had a stream sometime last season where you asked the panel, HH, when Arsenal are going to get back into the Champions League. I still think it's going to be quite some time. We're taking the absolute joke out of Arsenal. Unless they win the Europa League, I think it will be about 10 seasons at least till they get back into the Champions League.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So anybody else want to speak on Arsenal and Arteta?
Of course.
I just want everybody to deep what Arteta did today. Arsenal's best player, Aubameyang, was on the bench because Arteta thought that the Brighton and the West Brom game was a bigger game than Chelsea. Can we just deep that?
Aubameyang was hurt, bro. Come on now, think about it.
Martinelli is Arsenal's best player, not Aubameyang. I'll put that out there.
Aubameyang was hurt. Come on now.
Listen, Aubameyang was it. I always say, if you're always on the bench, you're fit to play. However, he left him on the bench because he thought West Brom and Brighton were the bigger games.
No. But in fairness, though, in Football Manager, sometimes I can put a guy on the bench who's 85% fit.
Yeah.
So I won't really start him. But if a guy's like 85% fit, so like I think where it's like light screen, I'll put him on the bench. But I'm not going to start him.
What was the narrative before today?
This is not Football Manager, and that's the problem. Frank Lampard, that's what he does. He thinks like you. He thinks this is Football Manager. Please.
Bro, enough of that. Frank Lampard.
Also, to be fair, in Football Manager, I don't think they even do the percentage anymore.
Wait. Okay, Samuel, let's just round up because we have to get to Francis soon. So
I know, and we're gonna have a long discussion about Fat Frank. But anyways, as I was saying, you had Martinelli, Smith Rowe, and Saka twisting up your. Do you know what? I'm actually going to save that. I'm going to save that one.
Save that for later, man. Save it for later, Sam. Save it for later.
Let me just save that one. Arteta, well done. I'm going to congratulate you on this one because you outclassed a guy that was from the road. However, what I would say to you, Arsenal fans, do not get too overly gassed because it doesn't really change a thing. If you really think about it, as LB said, I don't see Arsenal getting Champions League in the next 15 years. I can't lie to you. Leicester have already taken their place in the top 6. So yeah,
mid-table team now. Mid-table.
Okay, so anybody else want to talk on Arteta and Arsenal before we go to
the brief point.
Francis.
Oh, no. The next topic, because the next topic is AC Milan.
So. I just want to make a brief point about it because I actually, on HH's boast pre-match stream, you know,
What?
post-match stream. I
I
made a
don't
brief,
remember that.
I made a minor point. I made a minor question. If people were there watching the thing, I just said, all I said in my comment was just HH. I still think Chelsea will win. That's what I was thinking. But my comment was, remember the last time Martinelli played against Chelsea? Martinelli against Chelsea, the threat. I think this guy is got to be concerned about it. And HH, in his usual fashion.
Hold on. What did Martinelli do against Chelsea last time? Except score. Oh, okay.
Do I hear a VAD? Red Devil, you're not involved. You messed up. Let the boys ride. Let the Chelsea ride. Let the Chelsea boys, because I need
Well, that's mad. That's Mad's comment, and obviously Gallagher has already showed that, bro. I told you about Martinelli. I don't know what Martinelli. What did Martinelli do? I'm not entirely sure we watched the same game, because one of the reasons why Martinelli was so, and if you watch the City game in the week, the threat, the biggest danger for that Manchester City time was coming from Martinelli. Why? Because of his energy, because of his determination, and because of his pressing. Martinelli, Smith, a guy called Emile, and Saka caused Chelsea all sorts of problems. You can throw in Tierney in that as well. I'm stunned.
Red. Leave that for the Frank Lampard.
Oh no, I'm just trying to talk about Arsenal. Just Arsenal here. Just like the fact that like the reason why Arteta, I think, got what he did is that I've been saying for a long time that he should trust the young players, because Arsenal do have quite a talented academy. Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, all from the Arsenal academy, show passion, show determination, and I showed them. If Willian had been playing today, Arsenal would have lost. I can guarantee for it. If Willian had been playing today, would have lost. If Pep had been playing, they would have lost. And I'm tempted to even say if Aubameyang had been playing today, they could potentially have also lost as well. Like the fact that Arsenal scored 3 goals at home for the first time in a season, and Aubameyang wasn't playing, right? So I think there's something to be said about going forward in this game, because I think Sam was like, he's saving Aubameyang for those 2 games. Do you really bring in Pepe when you've got like when they played really well, when they pressed, when they showed energy, and the thing is, when the front three, when they have that energy going forward, the rest of the team do the same thing. They go forward, they press, they harass. If you're not doing that, we'll go on.
Quick question. Who was the best right back in the league today? Appreciate
Jamal, please.
Bro, man, there's. In fact, I'm going to be quiet now. I think it's time now.
We're moving on.
Okay,
we've got to move on. We've got to move
guys,
on.
Thanks for that. So now AC Milan, right?
No.
Chill,
relax.
No. HH, we're moving on to this.
Right now.
HH, we're moving on to this.
We need to talk about
the universe, the globe, where we are the sexiest, greatest, sassiest, and most beloved club in the world. I want this game to show people why Chelsea is everyone's second favorite team. Because I did it. What's it called? I went to like the scientists, but like a visual thing that Chelsea is everyone's second. Look, they can't say in public, but they say privately. The highest in that ranked of people's second favorite team is Chelsea. I was like, what? Really? I was shocked. People say, no, yeah, Chelsea's. People said, if they didn't support the club, they support Chelsea. Okay.
Thank you, Gallo.
Bro, that's classic.
All right, so guys.
Picture this. What's this guy holding?
Which wing is going to be constructed now? The Arsenal one or the Chelsea one?
Can I present the topic? So, guys, AC Milan are still on an amazing run right now. They're top of Serie A. So,
where Chelsea go, man? Where Chelsea go?
So, Ahmad, thoughts on
where they're
AC Milan? Thoughts on AC Milan?
Guys, you do that. Let's run through AC Milan. Let's run through AC Milan. Say good and go. Look. What do you want me, guys? Okay, what do you want me to say? The guy's a bomb.
You don't have to say anything. We are going to say everything.
Oh, indeed. You take the back seat, HH. Let's go around.
Let me go first.
All you have to do is point at who's to talk, bro.
Yes, that's all you have to do.
Point at who's gonna kill you, bro.
Yeah, man. Since I'm not actually done.
Actually, no. Marvelous. You see, in the pool, you wanted to defend this guy. So I'm actually curious.
No. Maxi. Because Maxi, you were defending Lampard.
Take the stand.
All right.
Oh,
First off,
you're one of those fans. You would always defend
no,
Lampard.
no,
Beautiful.
no.
So
No,
hey,
no,
let,
no,
let,
Maxi.
let, let Maxi
Maxi,
defend.
talk.
I'll
Maxi,
always
talk.
defend the coach when we could see what the goal is. The goal is not to win now. Everyone, we put too much pressure. We put too much stocks. Hold on. Bro, let me land. I'm not being reactionary. This is for real. This is for real.
No, Maxi. No. Let me just say something.
Yeah.
If you open your rotten mouth and say that losing to this Arsenal team who are relegation fodder is fine because they're not going to win, I'm going to slap you in the face.
I'll never say that. Hold on.
What crap are you saying?
Okay. First, let me land. Let's first talk about this. The Arsenal game. I expected it. It's
you what?
Embarrassing. I expected it. It's embarrassing. It's silly, and I put Lampard at fault in it. But let me all condense everything. Yes, Lampard is at fault, but mainly it's just really at fault because he keeps playing players in Pulisic playing the right side, while Timo.
Even your dog disagrees with you, man. Come on.
Hold up, let me finish. Whose dog is barking, man? Wait, I can't. All right, let me land. Look, I'm not here to defend Lampard because this is the wrong time to do it. But my point is, we have to understand, this game was just an anomaly games that I already knew was going to happen. That this is the game that, Arteta will turn up his team. He played these young guys that have so much passion for this, and they turned up. The guys turned up. Now, what I'm going to say is the fact that we put too much stocks in managers. We put too much stocks in there. Those players that are on the field, like Timo, I don't care what manager will tell, bro. I don't care.
100 million on Havertz, man. 100 million on Havertz.
Look. Well, think about this. No, I'm not, bro.
Really?
Mate,
Is
I'll give you 2 more minutes. If you continue utter complete trash, I'm just going to put you out of this whole thing.
Didn't same guy that was here last Hangout.
Eche, do you want the truth or do you want me to be reactionary and say Lampard out? Is that what you want me to say?
Okay, talk.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay.
Man.
Let me tell you what's going on. You guys put more stocks in the 200 million too. The 200 million was not spent for winning this year. Like how we didn't go out there.
This guy is a sick man. This guy is a sick man.
Do you contest that thing?
No, you shut up. No. Where's my screen? Where's my screen? Did you hear that complete crap that came out of that guy's mouth?
What he said.
Did you listen to how rubbish that came out of that guy's? This guy opened his rotten mouth and said, "A manager spends so." Can you shut your mouth, please? And let me respond to the crap you just said. This man opened his rotten mouth and he said that 200 million is not spent to win this year. This is Abramovich.
Let me finish.
Abramovich.
Now. Let me finish. You are cutting me. Let me finish. I'll tell you why. Can I put everything into context? We all react. I'm telling you. Look, you could say 200 million. Yes, Abramovich spent that. But think about it. Think about last year first. Let's talk about last year. Everyone gives Arteta too much credit for what he's doing right now, doesn't he? But what about Lampard? What he did last year with scraps? He lost Hazard last year. Nothing to go. Okay, that money, the 200 million you're talking about, it's all money from Hazard. Hazard sell. Then we got it to improve the.
But who did Chelsea finish on top of?
What you say?
Who did
Chelsea guys spend last season?
Tottenham was trash.
We did not spend nothing last season. We did not spend nothing.
Where did Kovacic come from?
Wait. No, guys, stop. Maxi. This is from Daniel, my homeboy Daniel. Look, thank you for this fact. Do you realize that Chelsea qualified for the Champions League with the lowest points total in 15 years?
Bro,
that's a fact.
Okay. Dude, let me tell you something. Now, we go. This is a debate between me. You always use little stats like that. Did you know that Jose Mourinho got sacked because he was 15th place and did not make the Champions League? Since we're talking about stats like that, what I'm trying to
how does that relate to
stats?
Come on.
Isn't that the same Jose Mourinho who has won the league twice with Chelsea?
Speaking of
FA Cup as well.
He's won it
the relevance?
3 times. Makes sense. He's won 3 times. But that season, what happened that next season? What happened that next season that we got 15? Why? It's because the players did not turn up. I'm telling you.
Hashtag Lampard in is what hashtag.
Hold on. Wait, let me.
Do you see this? Red Devil, do you see this nonsense I'm dealing with?
Bro,
Red Devil, this is why Lampard will still stay in the job because of this mindless guy like this, man.
Why would you want to be reactionary and sack
This guy is tough, man. He tough.
If you're talking about Arteta deserves time, how come Lampard does not deserve time?
Okay, but if Abramovich sacks him in the end of the season, all you're saying is rubbish.
But he's not going to. That's the point.
He will.
Hold up. No, he's not. No, he's
If he
not.
does,
Why? Because
Chelsea aren't getting top four because Chelsea aren't getting top four this season, Max.
Let me land.
Chelsea aren't getting top four. They're not.
That's a lie. I mean, that's a lie. That's
I've never heard so much rubbish in my life.
That's what he said about last year.
I've never heard so much
You
rubbish
just
in my
got
life,
top
man.
four last year, mate. You didn't. You just about got top four last
That
year.
makes no sense. We're on the same points as Manchester United. What weren't we? 63 points, weren't we?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
Maxi, let's put this into context. Let's actually just put this into context. Last season, it was only Chelsea and Man United that were fighting for top four. Even they were.
Okay, look. That does not make any.
No. Okay.
You do realize United are not even in the Champions League anymore, right?
Wait, okay, Maxi, can I just ask you? Maxi, can I ask you a simple question?
You guys won because you were drawn with Krasnodar and Stade, whatever their name is.
Venice, exactly. So take that context.
Maxi,
If you were in RP Leipzig's group, you wouldn't be having this.
Wait. Okay, Maxi, can I just ask you a simple question?
Ask me something.
So based off the loss to Wolves, the loss to Everton, and now the embarrassing loss to Arsenal, you still believe that Lampard is the right man to win trophies for Chelsea?
Yes. Can I explain before you say something? Can I explain? Yes. Can I explain?
Let him explain. Let him learn.
Now, I'm not. You guys, I know everybody on this panel is about. You guys react. We're all reactionary and everything. Now let me explain.
I've been saying Lampard has been crap for a while now.
Let me finish.
Let me finish.
Every Chelsea manager that has been winning trophies, every time they get sacked the next year. That's not what Abramovich wants anymore. He does not want a manager that will win 1 year and we get 6th place.
No.
Okay,
You
gotta let me finish. All right. Abramovich does not want a manager that will win 1 year and next year we either 6th place or 15th. We talk about you say you love the UCL. When last did Chelsea do good in the UCL except from 2012? Think about it. We don't want no breakup season. This is a progression. We
did good last season.
What?
7.
What?
7.
What did you say?
7 against Bayern was okay. They could have gotten 12.
No, it was.
How is that not good?
So see, bro. Exactly. You being funny. You being funny. I'm being real right here. Chelsea, I'm being real. This is real. Chelsea.
Maxi. There are many people on this panel that need to speak.
Okay, but you're not making me land.
You have 2 minutes, Maxi. You have 2 more minutes to make a concise point.
I'll make a concise point right now.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Now, I want to tell you something. The direction Chelsea FC is going to is not a win and lose the next season like it has been the last decade. The last Champions League we won was 2012. What did we do after? Go to the Europa League. Think about this. Every time we get something, we lose. This time, we're molding everything by what Liverpool was doing. If you listen to Frank Lampard's conference every time, he tells you that the people we're looking at the standard is Liverpool. Liverpool did not do this in 1 year or 2 years. I'm telling you the truth. What's so funny? Liverpool did not do this in 1 year or 2 years.
Look at the nonsense this guy is saying.
Okay, bro, can I reply you? Wait, can I reply you?
Ben, his 2 minutes aren't over. He's got 1 more minute left. 1 minute left.
Maxi, this is your last minute. Maxi, this is your last minute.
I'm making sense. I'm not reactionary. Let me finish. Look, this is basically, we could say this is basically Lampard's second season in management. We're doing this. The last season, he lost Hazard. No, we had the transfer ban. Everything. We had old players.
Bro, he was a manager before he got to Chelsea. This is not his second season.
Okay, so he got.
But he was a manager.
But he got Derby to the playoff finals and only lost there in that position.
He's out.
So,
he's out.
Oh my.
He's out.
That's a Chelsea fan, ain't it? That's a proper Chelsea fan.
Gatlo, thank you. That's a proper Chelsea fan. You see, guys, this is the complete trash I deal with on Twitter. And this is the toxic nonsense I want to be afraid of. First of all, that guy talked complete trash for the past 5. Guys, I apologize for everyone watching in the live chat and everything. I apologize that you have to be subject to that complete utter garbage that guy put out there. This guy had the audacity to say he took Derby County to the playoff final, a championship team. Guys, let me reel off the CVs of guys who've been Chelsea manager, World Cup winner, Champions League winner, runner-up in Serie A. World Cup semi, the Champions League winner. These are the kinds of CVs that have been taken over at Chelsea. You compare that to you took a team to the Championship playoff final and lost. But
The funny thing is, okay. The
And
funny
the
thing is,
year
I'm
before,
getting tired. I'm
he
getting
actually
tired.
went to the
Okay,
playoffs again.
it's okay. Let everyone go through. So, Ahmad, Lampard, talk to me.
I'm going to be as realistic as I can. I've been watching Chelsea a lot this season, and I told you even before this game that Lampard isn't the man for the job. And I am angry. I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but when I see the ridiculous mistakes Lampard makes, it actually hurt my brain. He plays a style when you cross the ball with the fullbacks, and he's benching Giroud. If you play, okay, I don't agree with him playing the style of football he's playing, cross and inshallah. I don't like that style of play. But if you do that, you need to start a player who can head the ball. He's starting Abraham and putting Kante in the box for heading the
That was what I was trying to say.
And also Ahmed, and my thing about this is that you know what Tame's strengths are, and you know that you have to play the ball on the ground. I know that the best creative pass on the team is Kai Havertz. So Ahmad, what is the formation you play? It's 4-2-3-1, where Kai Havertz can play as a number 10.
HH, you have a super chat. You have a super chat from someone.
All right, no, I'll check it. So Ahmad, just finish it, and then I'll get to the super chat.
It doesn't even stop there. He's playing Havertz as a number 8. Havertz is more skinnier than a wooden stick. Why is he playing as a number 8 defending in the Premier League? Werner is playing on the wing. When he's playing in the wing, he needs a lot of space. In the Premier League, when the team sits back, he won't get that space. So why is he playing Werner on the wings when he has been as a striker and scored goals for Chelsea? And this is the funny thing, and this is directly to all the Chelsea fans. I hear a lot of Chelsea fans just saying that this game is a one-off. When I watch this game, I don't see a difference between this game and all the other games that Chelsea has been playing.
Yeah.
You play the same style.
Vibes.
This is the problem with Lampard.
Vibes.
He relied too much on individual brilliance, and when the players maybe isn't as good as in some moments, you fail. You have seen it against all the big teams. Have you guys even won against a good team this season?
No.
They've not been a team in the top 10.
Except Sevilla. That was the only game. And you even
that was a second string, the second string Sevilla team.
Yeah.
The best team they played was West Ham. That was the best team they'd win against.
Yes.
Like,
and even in that game, Chelsea were lucky. I'll come to that. But go on, sorry.
I want to be honest. How is this man keeping his job? You guys should be all over Tuchel right now.
It's very simple because, as I said again, he only got this job because of Abramovich. Remember, he was part of the first crew that won the trophy. So I remember Abramovich was very close to Lampard, Terry, Drogba, all those. So Abramovich likes him. He wasn't got based on merit or because he's a good manager. He was got because, hey, I like Lampard, he's cool. Maybe he's a good interim and so forth. But Lampard, I think that Lampard is really, really being quite arrogant. I think Lampard believes that no matter what he does, he will have the faith of Abramovich. So this has nothing to do with Lampard. It's all about Abramovich. So has Abramovich changed and he's like, oh, I'm going to give you time? Or is it the Abramovich we know? Because if it's Abramovich we know, dude is getting sacked.
Did you see his post press conference?
No.
He blamed the players. It's actually ridiculous. And this guy needs to be thrown out of the club.
So before I come to Ben, let me just hit some of the super chats. So from Costly Awesome says, is Chelsea vibes FC now? I got the bottles on deck. Yes, they have Vibes FC, man, and yes, the bottles will not be getting open, unfortunately, man. Bottles. Undisputed. Breaking news: Francis sacked Allegri in. I wish. From Maxi. I'm gonna slap this guy, man. You did not get the point. It's a damn process.
Trust the
Yes,
process,
yes.
man. Trust the process.
Yes, yes,
Take
side.
your time with it. Take your time with it.
Okay. Yes, side said that Lampard turned Chelsea FC into Cross FC. but actually, Bob, before I go to Ben, this thing that also annoys me, and this is the thing that annoys, and Chelsea fans will never admit, if Sarri or Allegri or Conte were in the same exact position, would you also be saying trust the process?
Speak on it.
If it
Guys that said F Sarri ball, what process?
Okay, so if it was a foreign manager who had no ties to Chelsea whatsoever, would you give them the same time and the same patience, and would you say trust the process? Because you guys are a bunch of fickle people. You're saying trust the process because of your affinity, because you like Lampard, but you morons don't realize that you being a legendary player means nothing about management. Management is a totally different skill and a totally different discipline. And Max, you had the audacity to defend Lampard comparing himself to Liverpool. Do you know who Klopp is? Do you know who Klopp did for Dortmund?
Yeah.
So you think Lampard can compare himself to Jurgen Klopp? Are you sick?
Wait, H, if the Brazilian Ronaldo was coaching Chelsea, would you have criticized him?
Jamal, if let's say they wanted to announce him as manager, I will say no. I will say I don't want him as manager because I don't want to hate him. Because it's the same thing with Henry. I loved Henry as
I've seen
a player.
criticize Zidane, so I think if you
see, for me, I separated the two. For me, management and playing are two totally different things. Like
to be honest, to back up HH, he did say that when Real Madrid were about to go to the Europa League, he did say he said that get out if you need to.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, sir.
Yeah, the guy has insulted Maradona as a coach.
Thank you. So for me, I look because I have respect for managers. Football fans don't have respect for management and how difficult it is. A lot of football fans just think, oh, quality player, quality manager, and yes, we need to defend. It's like no. So, Ben, talk to me, man. Lampard.
To be made, so that people now know, what, Chelsea back, because United messed up Chelsea but back in the title race. This is the game that brings Chelsea back into the title race. This is the game that people say, what, those dudes are back. Those dudes are back. So guys, don't worry, things are good. Ben.
Yeah, I was gonna play this.
You do this to your fellow Niger man. You do this to your fellow Niger man. I'm trying to hype up things like you're doing this to your fellow Niger man. What? How dare you? How could you? Ben, if Chelsea say what's up, I don't want to see anywhere near that stream.
Well, I'm on the stream. I'm on the stream.
Wait, okay. Can I just ask, how many receipts do I have to accept throughout the...
Bro,
you had relax. It's gonna be a long
you had the whole pre-match. You had the whole pre-match of receipts. To be fair, I saw that pre-match. And I was like, this is too easy.
No,
that's why I only have two clips.
How long do we have?
Okay, wait, Ben, before you go, like, I think I'm learning now. Just that I get too excited. I'm learning now. Like, I'm gonna stop.
I wanted bad, not teach you anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop now.
Can you at least go to
No. Well, I'm not reactionary. I've been saying this since. This guy thinks he's playing FM. I've said this since, not just today. I've said this for a
Ben,
long time.
Maxi, like, what do you mean stop being a trophy merchant? That doesn't make any sense. Stop being a trophy merchant.
Oh my god.
Stop being a trophy merchant.
This guy came in and said, winning was not the objective.
There was a guy who said, there was a guy who said on, I think it was the football dugout. The guy said someone is a goal. He said Haaland is a goal scoring merchant. I was confused. What is a goal scoring merchant?
No, you see, the thing is, HH is an analyst merchant. Okay, you should get him out of it.
Everyone. Anyways, like
You
I've been
see,
saying,
no,
the
I
guys.
mean, no. Credentials, Maxi might be one of the most useless people I've ever experienced in my life.
Relax, chill. It's the season to be merry. HH, relax. Okay, be nice.
Okay. Anyways, let me just quickly go there. I think Chelsea players are still quality. I think when people insulting the players, yes, for banter is good to we can insult the players, but I think the players are quality. Let's be frank. There was Kante on the pitch today. Man, they had pretty much their first team today, and as the game started, they allowed Arsenal to just have the ball. Like when you come with your first team, I expect you to control the game, to go, take the game and scruff of the neck and play Arsenal. And they just allowed Arsenal to play, and they were kind of responding to what Arsenal does, and I found it so crazy. Well, like I said, I've been saying it. Lampard. I don't think not everybody should be a football coach. Like normally, like I don't think he should have gone into management. I think he should have stayed at Sky Sports, that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I don't think
it's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody. Like, this is not football, man. This is what I see. This guy put Havertz in false nine. He put Havertz in false nine the first day of his first game. He put in false nine. What the hell?
He's playing it like FM, because in FM sometimes it works.
It works. That's what I'm saying. It works.
Because in FM, you look at the attributes and it's like, I know he's a left midfielder, but because he's got good movement, he can actually work as a thing, and he can actually work in games. In real life, no, that doesn't work in real life.
So, anyways, that's my take. I'll let every other person get to you today.
LB, talk to me.
Can I go? I just want to clarify a couple of things. Who was the person that was defending Lampard earlier? Was that Maxi?
Maxi.
And where is he now? Because I had to duck out for a couple of minutes. Did you kick him off?
Yeah, I kicked him off.
All right, because I was just going to give him a piece of my mind. But anyway, now that he's off. Yeah, look. Frank Lampard.
LB, you can still say it.
Yeah, all right, look. So what this guy is basically saying is he would rather sacrifice not winning the league and having the same coach the very next season. That was what he was ultimately saying. Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, wow. I mean, no one player or coach is bigger than the whole club. That is just, next level. But anyway, he probably had his own reasons, and I think it's a good thing.
But see, Albert, the reasons are simple, and it's a stupid reason, because when you are a quote-unquote proper Chelsea fan, because Lampard is a so-called Chelsea legend and so forth, he should never be sacked, and he should always think of excuses, because you are not a proper Chelsea fan if you don't think of excuses for a Lampard. Who is Sarri? Who is Hiddink? Who is Ancelotti? Because these guys have no history with Chelsea. Because Lampard has history with Chelsea, you are only a proper Chelsea fan if you defend them against critics like me, and so forth.
Yeah. And it doesn't make a difference whether you're a Chelsea legend or whether you led them to your first Champions League title. If you're performing poorly, you should be, getting the sack. And, despite being his second season and being able to get a Champions League spot last season by finishing top 4, I think he's had enough time to gel with the players and gel with the club. And losing this morning has just been the cherry on the cake, I think, playing people out of position and, losing to Arsenal at the end of the day. And with all due respect, Frank Lampard, Chelsea legend, coaching is one thing, and being a top quality player is another. So, so I think he should go, definitely.
All right.
Age, can I just I've got a balance off?
Go for it.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So because I know. Actually, no. Jamal, you go first, and I'll go after you, because I really want to hear what Jamal has to say. Jamal, you go.
Yeah, I just want to say, guys, I watched that game, and I if the plan was to cross the ball in the box, why you go with Tammy? But guys, I genuinely think that Lampard thinks Tammy is better in the air because he's taller than Giroud. That is the only reason. I think He thinks Kami's better in the air because he's taller. That's the reason.
Now that's some FM behavior.
Yeah.
The next thing I have to say, this is for the panel. Yeah. Ichich always says he never bigs up Havertz and Werner. Guys, that is a lie. For Christmas, I get a Samsung tablet. So you know what that means. Hear this, guys. Hear this.
For your boy Werner, and it is a 5-year deal. A 5-year smackaroni deal. Maybe how old is this dude? How old is this dude? 24. 24 years of age. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So listen, his peak years are with the boys. Chelsea are forming something because this is a huge statement now at Atleti. Yes, Werner get better, he can be much more clinical and everything, but let's not get it twisted. Chelsea are forming an army because this
an army.
Just
my God, an army
to be reckoned with next season. Because we don't care what you want to say, can say Werner has not been this, been that. He is regarded as one of the best young finishers in the world.
That is Werner and finisher.
Why
it doesn't go in the same
why
sentence.
Why are you doing this to me, man?
It doesn't go.
This is harsh.
It doesn't go in the same sentence, man.
Eat the receipts, come on, guys.
That guy is a right back. I said it. He's a right back.
Yeah. So I'm done. All I just have to say is, again, big up to the best right back in the league and the world, Rishames. He put on a masterclass today. So yeah,
respect, bro. Respect.
Red Devil, man.
Right, bro. Funny enough, the videos that I'm going to use have already been used, so I hope that Gatluck has more in the tank. You know, I'm going to come back and watch this. So Gatluck, please get those multiple scenes. Dig into the history archive. I don't care. 2-3 years ago, go back and find them. First and foremost,
he said he wanted 8-0 for Chelsea to beat 8-0. He said that. Oh God. God.
First and foremost, I don't want this bomb Lampard compared to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ever again. On this stream, on channel, I don't want them compared in the same sentence at all. They're not the same. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics, and frankly, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had Lampard's record right now, which is 3 losses of his last 4, everyone would be calling for his head to be sacked and gone, etc. That's not happening because apparently Lampard, according to certain Chelsea fans, we should trust the process and not be trophy merchants. You know, so I don't have those two in the same conversation. That's the first
priority.
Wins are not priorities apparently these days. I just don't get that. The second thing here is that to put a foundation on that point, as has been said several times, tactically, Lampard got it completely wrong here. He's talking about the players. No, I'm sorry. The way they played, because I knew that the likes of Martinelli, Smith Rowe, and Saka were going to be a threat because of their obviously their passion, but more importantly, their ability to press. Because if anyone had paid attention to the City game, although people were like, oh, yeah, you know, City got banned to put 4. Yeah, but they were pressing Manchester City when Martinelli was on the pitch. It actually almost caused, and that's, I think, even how they got their goal against City in the first game. What happened? Martinelli got off, Arsenal dropped off, and then City, you know, didn't. Runnison was a banter keeper or whatever, and they got into and they dealt with it. But the point is, if you're going to play that way, and the way that you're going to play is saying, right, okay, we want to cross the ball into the box, you've got to have someone like Giroud coming in. And for life of me, I don't understand why Giroud is treated the way that he's treated, because frankly, Giroud was the reason why Chelsea got top 4 last season. Point and blank. If Chelsea did not have Giroud's goals, they wouldn't have been in the top 4. If Chelsea didn't have Giroud's goals against Sevilla, they wouldn't be in Sevilla. And quite frankly, that group with Krasnodar and Rennes was still not a test for this Chelsea side. Chelsea have not beat, aside from, I think, I've got the table up. Did they beat any? They beat, aside from West Ham, and I watched that West Ham game, and West Ham were unlucky at times. 3-0 actually flattered Chelsea. Aside from that,
if West Ham had better players, man,
better players. If they had a Giroud in their team, they would have beaten Chelsea. And so they have not beaten a single team in the top 10, and yet somehow Chelsea fans are still saying, "Oh, yeah, I'm definitely confident we're going to get top 4." You've got Villa on Monday, who did a madness against Palace. They were 10 men down.
10 men.
Down. Shout out to my boy Ollie Watkins, by the way. This guy's doing bits. Guys telling Werner how to put goals in the back of the net. Okay, a guy called Ollie Watkins. Okay, a guy called A guy
And you
called
know how
Emilio.
Greenish is moving to with the black girls, so you know he's coming for Chelsea.
Shout out, Drew.
The boy
Shout out.
Greenish.
A guy called Emil Smith Rowe is making Havertz. I think I must have given a compliment, you know, to the likes of Werner being a German Shane Long. I don't know what point. Even Benteke at this point is doing better than Timo Werner at the moment in time. Bro, I don't know what's going on with him, but the fact of the matter is that Chelsea's level this season, okay, is they need to get top 4. That's the aim for Chelsea Football Club right season. I'm going to end with this because I thought this was because I got sent this video. Before the game, Arteta, there was leaks going around that if they lose to Chelsea, Arteta's going to get sacked. Now, I know my manager, and when my manager there's a leak start going on, he's going to get sacked. That guy goes in to get some sweet juju, and I think there was a conversation. Arteta rang Ollie and said, bro, I'm in danger right now. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, man, I know a guy. Now I'll just have a look at this.
Bro, this is wrong.
These Arsenal fans.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Bro,
You
take this
want
off
to
our
know why
screen.
Arsenal won?
Take this off our screens, bro.
You want to know why Arsenal won?
And they
That's
say
why
Juju
Arsenal-
isn't real. And they say Juju isn't real.
Real quick, because I know remember this, guys. I know remember this. Real quick. Guys, in the 20th minute, I remember the minute, it was so funny, where Werner trapped the ball in the box and he ended up by the byline for a throw in. You remember that? Werner. When he trapped the ball
You
in
had
the box.
so many moments.
Went for a throw in.
AJ, you know what? I was watching the game and I was watching your stream. Like I was just laughing, and because I see the goal first. You know what I see the goal, I turned off the TV.
Yeah.
I just watch the stream because your stream is coming late, so I want to see how you react. I almost just faint, particularly the free kick. Oh my god, that free kick! I was so happy.
No,
Like
because
that gave me joy, man.
The things are because it's the Jorginho penalty because I was like, man,
Yeah,
this
that
is
was
it,
oh
man.
my god, that
Last
was
few
what-
minutes, 3-2. Oh, okay, wait,
God.
come on. Wait, let me tell you and the next other guys. So from yesterday, he said, do you know how angry and frustrated I was during the transfer window? The amount that has been invested in Chelsea in a transfer window is unheard of. Yasser Said, Chelsea are building. In 5 years' time, Chelsea will be ready to challenge for the title. So
What
give
club
Chelsea 5
fan is
6
yet aside? Sorry.
Man United.
So you agree with Maxi? You should keep Lampard and trust the process.
Are you mad? I was being sarcastic.
I've never heard someone say someone is a winning merchant before.
He said trophy merchant.
Trophy merchant. I've never.
It's the same thing. Winning
Yeah,
merchant.
winning merchant, trophy merchant.
So,
Are you sure the guy is not a bot? Like,
why is it we suck the year after we win? What did Chelsea win last year?
Got to the finals. and got
They won the
injured.
4th place trophy.
Oh, the 4th place
That's what
trophy.
they
All right. So what's it called? Samuel, talk to me, man. Lampard.
Oh yes, I've been waiting for this all this time. I've just been sitting there quietly.
So is
Just
this like an HH roast session or something? What the heck?
Unfortunately,
Sam, sorry.
You just yourself.
Hey, guys. See you guys later, man. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Unfortunately, HS, you did this to yourself. I can't lie to you. You had a pre-match stream. Why?
I don't
Why
know
did you do that?
I don't know. I know it was stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyways, let me get on to this Chelsea squad. Here's a stat for you. You had 34 crosses in the match. Tammy Abraham is 6'4".
Bro, it's sick.
A guy called Mari. Oh, what was his name? What's the that defender's name?
Mari.
Pablo Mari.
The guy won all the headers. It was when he was injured. It was when he was injured and they took him off the pitch. That was when Tammy won his first header. And immediately he came in back. Tammy didn't win any header again. He had to score with his chest.
Oh my God.
Please tell me how Tammy Abraham is one of the tallest, actually probably the tallest player on the pitch, and he can't win one header in the attacking phase. That is poor in itself. Cool. When we're looking at your fullback, Reece James, apparently the best right back in the world. Tierney, not even the best left back in Scotland, chopped him to Tesco's. Chopped him to Tesco's. And we look at Chilwell. I told Chelsea fans, Chilwell ain't good as
Sam,
good
no,
as
no,
you
no,
lot
no.
think
See,
he is.
okay, Simon, do you know what? Okay, let me make a revelation. This is the truth. It's why you say Chilwell. Mendy isn't a great keeper. Chilwell isn't a great left back. As Arteta Balaga was so garbage, people were hailing Mendy as the next Buffon or Neuer. What's it called? Marcus Alonso was so garbage. Chilwell was hailed as the next Ashley Cole and Roberto Carlos. But now that the excitement has settled, Chilwell is from the road, and Mendy is bro. I think
Mendy,
that
no, that was Kepa today, bro. That was Kepa. Well, mask. Did you see that ball he gave to Lacazette? He assisted Lacazette. Lacazette, oh God.
Okay,
Kepa
sorry.
vibes, man.
Listen, when I go onto Werner, oh my goodness me.
Bro,
What I'm saying is that
Samuel, we're looking at Class A or Class B, bro. Like
this guy's trash.
Samuel, this guy's bad.
He's
trash.
He's trash.
He's bad. No, Samuel, he can't control a ball. He can't do basic control.
He's whispering.
No, but Ben. Basic control. Like, I think he's like really bad. Like,
Samuel.
really bad.
All I'm saying is that Liverpool dodged a bullet.
Yes, they laughed at us.
We dodged a bullet because
guys. Wait,
run so fast.
Wait, Samuel and Jamal.
What?
Can you please trade? Samuel and Jamal, trade. You take. Come on, you always wanted Werner. You take Werner, we take Jota. Come on, please.
Wait, do you know what? Yeah, wait. Liverpool are so. Listen,
what's the difference? Lampard is still the manager. Jota will be shit.
No. We finessed Chelsea because we hyped up Werner to be one of the guys that will come in to Liverpool and then do a madness at Liverpool, and then Chelsea thought because Liverpool didn't really want him at the end. Chelsea thought, do you know what? Let's get him. Firmino has more goals than Werner.
Whoa! Stop that! That can't be right.
Firmino has 5 goals. Werner has 4 goals.
Oh no! Oh God! That guy.
He started with Zuma.
All I'm saying is that
with Zuma Photos.
Samuel.
Do you know what's so mad is that people bring in managers, and yes, he is being mismanaged. But one thing that Chelsea fans can admit is that Werner cannot play on the wing. We wanted somebody at Liverpool to play the centre forward role, the left wing role, and the right wing role. Looking at what Werner is doing now, thank God. Thank God.
But Samuel, think about it 3-dimensionally. I believe that if you give Timo Werner to Klopp, you don't see the Timo Werner that you see now. Because you see, Nagelsmann and Klopp, they are better managers. See, because I believe that a really good manager who is just a good manager knows a player's strengths and knows their weaknesses. Lampard doesn't have a concept of understanding strengths and weaknesses. He just says, go, cross and inshallah. But a Klopp will say, Werner, he can't dribble. He's not good in tight spaces. But he's a good finisher and he's very fast. I've got to give him the ball in specific positions. So I've got to build a foundation where I play to his strengths and I don't try and show any of his weaknesses. That's something that Nagelsmann knew and something that Klopp will know. So I think it's down to the manager. Because when Klopp identifies someone, he sees it's in someone. So for me, I think it's about how he's... Werner, I can see that you just have to use him well. If he puts him well in the right position, he can do it. Just that you're dealing with a guy who is clueless. Lampard is clueless, but please continue.
The thing is with Werner is that, listen, I'm hearing all the he needs to play centre forward, whatnot. But I said this from time. Werner cannot play the 4-3-3 where he's the lone striker. it's not going
can't.
to work.
It can't.
It's not going to work because at RB Leipzig, he didn't actually play the out and out centre forward. He always had somebody off him so he could
It's
drift
like
into the
Griezmann.
corner.
He's a very peculiar kind of player. Where
Exactly.
you have to you put that system.
Exactly. And there's no way. Listen, for you to accommodate Werner in his right position, you're gonna have to change the whole formation to like a 4-4-2 or something like that, because this is not working with Werner. I mean, his touch is absolutely atrocious. And let's get on to Lampard now. As I said, this guy's from the road, and I'm not talking about the roads in England. I'm talking about the roads in Botswana, because this guy cannot manage. This guy cannot manage. He spent 200 million and you couldn't beat Arsenal. Wait, what?
But he led the team to the playoffs, the Champions League playoffs, though, bro.
All I'm just gonna say is I'm gonna leave this my closing statement. Chelsea have Atletico Madrid in the Champions League.
And Samuel,
be a persecution.
In response to that thingy, Lampard isn't going to be the manager by the time that match rolls through.
You better hope and pray. He's not
after
the
I'm done
manager.
with Abraham, no, it's not about hoping and praying. He's not the manager. He wouldn't be the manager. I told you, I needed this Champions League. I need it, and for me to get that Champions League, it's kind of happy with Lampard. Yes, side says that Chelsea fans are so spoiled. Chelsea had managers that won trophies every single year. Sarri, Conte, Mourinho. Yes, side. It's a process. It's a process.
One more thing. One more thing.
Process.
What Maxi said was absolute rubbish. Now, if this was any other owner, I can maybe understand what he's saying. This is flipping Abramovich. If he doesn't do anything with that 200 million, he's getting sacked. There is no process.
See, Samuel, the only thing that has me think that, is how close Abramovich was to Drogba,
Lampard.
Terry, Lampard back in the day. So my thing is
Don't destroy your club, bro. That's what's happening at Man U right now. Go on.
See, my thing about this is that for Lampard, I think that you're overestimating the friendship you have with Abramovich. Because Abramovich, he invested a lot of money because he wants the club to be a certain standard. So Abramovich, he wants it to be a winning club. You have to understand the kind of guy that you're dealing with. Abramovich has, from the get-go, is that I'm an impulsive dude. I want to win. Abramovich is very similar to Perez, where I'm creating a culture where as soon as you come in, you're under pressure. Why is this at Lampard? You're the first manager in Abramovich's tenure that you're not under pressure. So you want me to believe that Abramovich has just changed. He's now a guy where, oh no, have 5 years, have 6, have 7. We're going to build for the future. What? Abramovich, invest in the youth. Excuse me, what? I'm going to give you 200 mil to compete for top 4. What? How do you invest 200 mil to compete for top 4? Are you sick?
Imagine if Chelsea only made 4th and get knocked out by Atletico Madrid.
Oh, sacked.
He's getting sacked.
Of course, sacked. Oh, okay, so come on. Let me bring in my boy Cassius Lampard, man. Talk to me, your assessments on Mr. Lampard.
So, like you said, in one of the receipts, he said that Chelsea are building an army, and I agree with you. You know, they spent a lot of money in the summer, signing Werner and Havertz and Ziyech and Thiago Silva, guys like that, and Mendy. But the problem with Chelsea is that when you're not going to get anywhere if your army is led by a sergeant who's wet beyond the ears, and that's the case with Lampard. When someone whose CV consists of Derby County in the Championship one season, I'm sorry, you're not getting anywhere. I don't want to criticize him too much. Like, I know a lot of people have been getting on him.
Why do you think so many Chelsea fans are still supporting him and so defensive by him and want to come up with excuses?
I think it's because of a lot of other success stories like Zinedine Zidane, but that's not a good comparison because Zidane was an assistant for a Champions League winning team and was actually a manager and had been in Real Madrid for at least 6 years
And
before
talk to me about Pep
he
as
became
well.
the
And
first.
he
Yeah, and Pep as
Pep.
well.
So let's be.
Yeah, and Pep only had 1 year of coaching before, but I think Chelsea fans are just trying to chase that dream, and unfortunately, that's not going to happen, especially with Lampard. Like I said, I don't want to criticize him too much because, like I said, like he doesn't belong it. Like he shouldn't. A manager who's managed one season at Derby County shouldn't be managing a team that's trying to win trophies. It's like judging a fish and seeing how well it makes a meal. Like obviously you can't judge a fish that can make it because a fish can't make a meal, and that's kind of in this analogy, Lampard is a fish, and making the meal is winning a trophy, and unfortunately he can't do that.
That's a pretty wild analogy, but it makes sense. But it makes sense, man. It makes sense, man. So before I come to the, let me just hit some of these, man. So from Yas's side, who says, "Let's be real, Steven Gerrard is a better manager than Lampard." Guys, as a Man United fan, I'm terrified at the job Gerrard is doing at Rangers. Great job, yeah. Lampard needs to earn his stripes, and I think that there is an arrogance that Lampard has, and I think that the arrogance that Lampard has is egged on by the deluded Chelsea fans who will continue to defend him. He's out of his depth. He's completely out of his depth, and he's showing no respect to the difficulty and the demands of what management is about.
And Gerrard did the right thing. He went to a place where he could make mistakes, and he's not going to get criticized as much, so he can learn on the job.
You can learn on the job. Chelsea is not a club where you learn on the job, which is what Lampard is basically. Bro, it's privilege, man. So let me come to Andrew Laurie, man, who in Lams's interview, he told Abramovich it's a 3-year process. 1, implements youth. 2, recruits new players. 3, win titles. Trust the process. Lamps over Ole. Andrew, here's the thing. I don't know what happened in that interview, but why would... Because, see, Abramovich, he may have been willing to accept that because of his relationship with Lampard, because he likes Lampard, based on what he did back in 05 and what he did as a player. But, Andrew, forget Lampard, the player. Just forget that. Do you believe a guy who only has 1 year experience in the championship with Derby County can carry out that process of implements youth, recruits new players? What did you see at Derby County that makes you believe that he can win trophies for Chelsea? Do you realize that the Premier League is one of the toughest leagues in the world? It is one of the most competitive leagues in the world. I know that Liverpool and Man City have taken consistency to a whole different level. You're dealing with clubs who have reached 100 points, 98 points, 99 points. So in order to even compete against them, you need the very best team, you need the very best manager. Because this isn't about, especially in the modern game, management is key. Management is extremely key. And I think what so many people like you do and Chelsea fans is you don't respect management. You don't respect managers. People just think, no, just be there because he knows the club, he's passionate and he understands Chelsea. No. Management is a skill. Understanding tactics, understanding strategy, understanding substitutions, understanding man-to-man management, understanding motivational skills. It is a very different discipline that has nothing to do with playing. Okay? It has nothing to do with playing. Pirlo is going to struggle. Pirlo is one of the greatest midfielders of all time. He's going to struggle. Maradona struggled. Van Basten struggled. Seedorf struggled. Henry struggled. So this isn't a thing of where anybody can do it. And people are blinded because of your love for Lampard as a player. But that doesn't mean crap. Damien, talk to me. Lampard.
Yeah, I just want to ask this: what do we really expect from Lampard generally? What do we expect from him?
I personally don't expect anything. But for me, I expect any guy who manages Chelsea to win trophies, because that has pretty much been what most managers have done from Chelsea. That's you win a trophy. So from Lampard specifically, I don't expect anything. But generally, from a Chelsea manager, you expect it to win a trophy based on what is invested into the club.
Yeah, and I mean, Lampard should have just got. Lampard should have just got sacked. Losing against this Arsenal team like the worst Arsenal team I ever seen in my lifetime. I mean, yeah, Lampard should just get sacked. I mean, he's out of his league.
Okay.
He should have been much better.
Okay. What's it called? Natsa, talk to me.
Hey, Chich, maybe you should have listened to advice last Hangout, because this is what you said last Hangout.
Advise me. See, guys, I need your advice. I need advice of everyone here in the live chat. I'm thinking of doing a thumbnail with me holding this bottle for the Chelsea Arsenal post stream. Would you advise against me? Do not do that. Bro,
Hey, Chich, you weren't humble enough. You weren't humble enough, and you got humbled by Arsenal that are 15th and have lost 4-1 against us in the Karabuki Cup. Can I come to Red Devil? Because I was laughing as I was listening to this, trying to come into the Hangout. I was laughing because he was comparing earlier with the Lampard. You're comparing trash with trash. What are you really doing? You're comparing trash with trash. What are you really trying to achieve? Two rookies. I don't understand when people try to compare them three together. Arteta, Oli, and bloody Lampard, bro.
No. See, not it's not really trash to trash. It's like, okay, for example, an empty water bottle and just a rotten apple, like that. Those are two different kind of trashes. Okay, but one is worse.
Who's the rotten apple, bro?
Look, Nasa, man, Lampard, man, talk to me, man.
Hey, Chich, we all said, I've said from the start, Lampard. In the beginning, yeah, he was playing very nice football and everything, but I didn't really see any tactical things in games where he has to tactically outmanage this other manager. I've never seen him. It was only the United game I've seen him try to play more reserved, but I haven't seen him take on a game like Klopp would do. He would take on a game in a way where he would dominate game in the wide spaces. He would dominate. This guy only knows crossing. Inshallah. Let's be honest. You said in your stream as well. This guy doesn't know anything.
There's one game though I've seen that he did very well against City in the. And I'm not just talking to you actually against City.
Wait, Ben. What are you eating?
I'm having a meal now on Chelsea. I'm having a meal.
I thought you were gonna say pounded yam.
I'm happy. I'm celebrating, bro. Anyways, I was saying.
Wait, Nazar, before you continue, we need to stop talking about Klopp because it's an insult to even talk about Klopp.
Exactly. No,
Thank you. I was going to get to me. I'm going to talk about that, man.
Wait.
Yeah, let me speak.
Oh no, wait.
Like in the FA Cup, it was really good. He had really good tactics to beat City. Let's be frank. Who remembers that game? Chelsea City.
Yeah.
They did very well. Yeah, FA Cup last season. Yeah.
Well, I don't
think about it.
No, against
they beat
Man
you guys,
City.
and they went to the finals to
in the semis.
They really played well. I remember that game.
No.
We didn't play FA Cup.
Sorry. It was in the league. It was in the league. No. Arsenal beats Man City.
And Chelsea was in the final.
Chelsea beat
United. It was in the league. Okay, it was in the league. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that's when we officially won the league.
Yeah,
everybody was beating City like that season. Every big team in the top 6 was beating.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was a good tactical game. The game itself was. I watched it. It was.
Everybody had shown how to beat City. It was basically park the bus and counter attack. It was nothing new. Everybody has done it. Oli has done it twice in that last season. Tottenham did it with Mourinho. Bloody Liverpool always do it to us and they smash us on the counter attack. Like everybody knows how to do that against City. There wasn't anything new. But let's be honest. Lampard needs to be sacked. Otherwise, you guys will be stuck in this dilemma. Let's be honest.
That's a proper Chelsea
fans. Whoa, relax. Trust the process.
Let's be honest. Let's respect Klopp. This guy made give Henderson a name. Okay, Henderson would be back in Sunderland if it wasn't for Klopp. Wijnaldum was relegated with Newcastle. Or was about to get relegated. I can't remember. I think it was relegated. Mane, he was from Southampton. Nobody was looking at him. Salah was people were saying this guy cannot finish in front of goal. Right now, look at him scoring how many goals a season. Firmino, same thing. Nobody was giving him any shadow of light. And look at his team right now. Like Klopp, you can't. Maxi guy is a fool, man. He needs to go to bed or something. But comparing Lampard with Klopp, it's not the same thing, man. It's not the same thing.
Show some love.
So what's about? So Todari wanted to say that Chelsea will win the UCL. Not with Lampard. Not with Lampard. So if you think they're going with Lampard, I think you are deluded, my dear friend.
Just get Setien, bro. Get Setien ASAP.
HH, who would you take if you could choose?
Pretty
Setien.
much anyone. But if you're saying that people who are available right now,
Would you take Setien?
You know what? You know what?
Kepa.
You see, Tuchel was just wrong for PSG. Tuchel would work really well for Chelsea. Tuchel would work well for Chelsea.
You won't take Setien.
Ben, I wouldn't take Setien. No, I'm sorry. I don't think I would. But nice try. What's it called? Gatlock, talk to me, man. Gatlock.
HH, you say you weren't expecting anything from Lampard, right? You weren't expecting anything from Lampard.
I can't hear you. Your voice is fuzzy. I can't hear you.
Play
it.
Maybe you can hear this.
Daniel Henkel says, what are your predictions for Lampard next season? Daniel, it's very simple.
The sack.
Daniel, it's very, very simple. I don't give a damn about predictions. This is what it is. We are building a force. This is one of the greatest teams ever assembled in the history of football right now, with the best young players on the planet.
Oh my God.
Minimum runners-up in our Premier League. Minimum.
Yeah, he said it again.
Minimum runners-up in that Premier League.
Hashtag runners-up minimum.
I never said.
Hey, you are a jinx.
No, I'm going to stop.
Gatlock, you're an international treasure.
Minimum?
International treasure.
Minimum second, eh?
Let the haters hate. But the haters keep hating. Okay? Because Chelsea will ride. Chelsea will ride. We will ride with a treble. The treble's coming home. The treble's coming home. The treble's coming home. The treble's coming home.
This is bad.
Treble's coming home.
Come on, man.
Pieces are coming. ZH. Werner, Messi, Alfonso, Davies, Havertz, and Sancho all together as one. Great. So,
hey, my stomach hurts.
No, that's the worst one. That's officially the worst one.
Dude.
I don't remember this one.
This is bad, man. You see, do you see what Lampard has now done? He's made me a meme.
Hated. Why do you blame Lampard? Who brought Lampard to the club? Your boy Bram brought him. Why not attacking Bram?
He was coerced. Lampard coerced him.
All right.
You need to shake Mansour in your life. You need to shake Mansour in your life.
Talk, man. Talk. Man.
Okay. First of all, about Lampard, I get very tired of people lumping Klopp with Arteta, Lampard, and Solskjaer. Because, okay, let me show you guys a picture right here now.
Oh, God.
Look at it. Don't worry, it's not about you. Look at this. Can anybody show me what you're seeing here?
Yeah,
what happened to these guys, bro? They're done. Sven Bender.
Borussia Dortmund.
Blush.
Wow.
You know what lineup this is?
What a team.
Champions League final.
This is the lineup for the Champions League final. Except for Gundogan, okay, maybe Hummels as well. And Royce, and of course, Lewandowski. That's four we mentioned. Who the hell are the rest?
Yeah. The club is different level.
Level.
And that clown. No, it's not that. It's not anymore.
Piszczek is okay as well.
None of those players you mentioned there, will you say, oh, these guys were top 5 or as in consistently? Okay, this is it. And they won the Bundesliga the year before.
But why don't you guys say that about Poch and Tottenham? I don't understand this.
Wait, are you comparing Poch to Klopp?
That's not my point. But you just put up a team that went to the finals and they lost. And now I talk about
that team won.
I don't care. They went to the finals. They lost
the year before again.
That
team has won a trophy.
Which team is better?
Wait, very simple. No, Ben, very simple because I don't want to digress. that Dortmund side, you could see a distinct personality and character. And it was their distinct personality and character coined by Klopp is the reason why they won those games. For
They
Tottenham,
beat Real Madrid for what? 4-0. Don't forget that 4-0.
Lewandowski better than Kane.
So no,
Ben. Do you want us to go? Do you want us to
Ben,
go like?
Ben, all I'm saying is that Klopp's philosophy was very much evident throughout that campaign. That campaign that Tottenham had, it was individuals who got them through.
Individuals?
Not a
oh
personality.
no!
Okay, wait,
this guy coached the hell out of them.
Haters is right. Haters is right.
So
anyway, you guys keep saying that those players were quality and blah blah blah. They were quality when Klopp was there. Now where are they? Some of them still play football, but where are they now? Are they still as good? No. Look, Klopp was a different human. You said what was different between them and Poch. They won something. Okay, they actually have a trophy to their name in the Bundesliga. Champions League final was just one of the stuff I'm talking about, but they won Bundesliga twice. And we're talking about them as back then. Back then, they were not even sniffing them, Modric, Xavi, all those players. They weren't even sniffing their level. And he got them to Champions League final, beating Mourinho's Real Madrid. Okay, he beat Mourinho's Real Madrid
4-0.
4-1. I know Ronaldo scored a tap-in. And he scored 4 goals, man. So you see that kind of stuff, man. Klopp is a different animal. He had that CV going to Liverpool. Liverpool trusted the process because they had something to trust. They had history of him working with youngsters, working with players that are not really that known. The reason why Klopp is the kind of guy that can buy or get someone like Robertson for I can't remember how much, but for a low money, and they'll be like, okay, we'll get him for you. Because, all right, let's just get him for you. That's a guy you trust the process with because he has the history and the know-how to actually, build a team. He has done it before. He can do it again. And he has shown it in Liverpool. Because every time Liverpool, every single season they were going, they were progressing. They had not won anything yet, but they were progressing.
Exactly.
They went to the Europa League final. They lost that one, but they went to the Europa League final. They kept on exciting teams, playing attacks. Everybody knew what the problem was. In that time when they went to the Champions League final 2018, they were attacking and destroying teams. Coutinho left. They got Van Dijk instead.
Talk about Lampard.
No, I'm talking about Lampard, man. That's the difference between Lampard and Klopp. The guy had the CV to back him up. Now about Lampard, look, I'm just like Daniel in this situation. Daniel, to look, because what do you really expect from it? Let's not forget what did before Juju Man left this hangout. What did he call him? What did he call Ole and Lampard?
Rookies. Boy, hero. Sorry.
Rookies, man. He called them rookies. Okay, like let's be honest, man. Lampard is a rookie. What do we really expect from this dude? The only disappointing thing about him and Arteta is that Arteta is more of a rookie than he is, but he's still lost. So I don't have much to say about Lampard.
Let me just add about a Lampard CV. Chelsea fans were talking about how he took Derby to the playoff final. Do you know the season before Derby was in the playoff finals? You do realize that? So he took them from 4th to 4th.
People never reveal that, will they?
I hate that kind of stuff when people are like, "Oh, this guy led them to this, he led you to nothing." There was nothing at the end of the time.
And I know, like the top like 2, I think top 3 at the beginning of the season, and then they balled it, and then anyway, I think that's why when they finished 4th. Like he was having a good time the first half of the season, the second half of the season, they went shit. Same thing with Chelsea. First half of the season they were good. Second half of the season people found them out and they finished with 66 points.
Who remembers when we were here during the transfer window how unbearable HH was, talking about getting a force and everything? The guy forgot that the person at the head of the force.
No. As I said,
he forgot the person at the head of the force.
It's like this was tough. Like guys, I told you, like this was tough. This was a tough loss because like it's not that Chelsea lost; it's the manner in which they lost. Okay, if it was like 1-0, 2-1, yeah. So
can we talk about Pep? How many clean sheets? Oh,
not so man. Now we man.
You guys don't want to talk about Pep. You're not ready
No,
for the
no,
Come on,
conversation.
man.
no.
You're not ready for the
Although
conversation.
although it is low key, I can bet you it's still gonna be Pep versus Klopp this season. The guy is just creeping up
Oh
little
no,
by
oh, no,
little,
no,
little by
but
little.
see, that's what I tweeted.
End of
Tottenham,
January,
Chelsea.
Man City are gonna be there.
No, but like I told you, this is what I tweeted. I said, at the end of the day, it is going back to what we felt. So there was the Tottenham hype, Mourinho hype. All this. I said, no, at the end of the day, it's still going to be City against Liverpool. I think Liverpool have too much of a head start that I think they'll be just, but it's going to end up being between City and Liverpool. It is what it is. And I think for Chelsea, man, I'm sorry. Lampard, you've spent too much money and you have such a good squad that there is no excuse for you to now somehow say, oh no, this is a rebuilding time, and that's completely crap. Okay, so let me just bring some guys who've not spoken yet. So, Mr. Arvin.
I'm in half fault.
Whoa, what the heck?
Whoa.
Someone go to Disney Channel.
Wait, who the heck is that?
The haunted house, bro.
The hell? So, Mr. Arvin, is your mic working there?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me, man. Lampard, just general thoughts on Lampard, man.
What can I say? Lampard out. He's not a tactical manager. He's like Ollie, PE teacher. He's a cheerleader. Like his system is just passing to the wings and crossing. Have you ever seen him play from middle? Try to get chance from middle.
No.
Like he's always trying to do the same thing. It's too predictable. Like teams that have a good manager will caught you in that.
Okay. What's it called? Darwin's, quickly, Lampard, thoughts on Lampard as a manager, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, could hear you, man.
To be honest, I think Lampard is like kind of overrated, just being honest. Because I think what he did after if you really think about it, he did save.
Wait, okay, sorry, Darwin's, man. I think you're transmitting from Alaska, man. That was a garbage mic, man. That mic was completely garbage. My God in heaven, Jesus Christ in heaven. Tesco mic, man. So guys, let's talk now about AC Milan, man. Hazem, you see, shout out to your boy Hazem, because Hazem has been riding for these guys all the way through, and he says, trust, because look, guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys are old enough to remember just how good AC Milan were and just how lethal these guys were back in the day. And the fact that these guys are now, I'm going to bring this up right now. Look at that right now. So that's where so after 14 games played, 34 points, Inter with 33 points, Roma with 27, Sassuolo with 26, Napoli with 25, Juve with 24. And remember, the Napoli-Juve thing, that was scrapped. Remember, they gave Juve a 3-0 win based on all that thing that happened. So that game, I think, is going to be played in May. So, wow, now, that's impressive. Inter actually in form. But my thing is about AC Milan. It's shocking that they were even in this position. Because based on just how many licks they've taken, how much they've been beat down, how much they've just been completely and totally manhandled in terms of the dip they've had from what they were. Remember, this is a team of Weah, Van Basten, Maldini, Costacota, Kaka, Inzaghi, flipping Pirlo, Seedorf, Nest. I mean, the greats. And also, I'm not sure whether they can do it, because I still feel that I'm looking more at Inter and Juventus. But look, the way they've been playing is amazing. And look, what's it called? That by Theo Hernandez, that guy's amazing. That guy at left back, absolutely superb. So my question is this: what is the likelihood that Milan actually win the Serie A this season? Because this is my thing. If they do, you've got to give Pioli manager of the year, because that will be the greatest achievement in football if he takes this Milan team with a geriatric Ibrahimovic and a bunch of no-names to a Serie A win. So Ahmad, how likely do you believe that Milan will win the league this season?
Bro, if AC Milan win the league, that would be mad. Like, my favorite player of all time is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Like, and the funniest thing is that when he left Milan, I think it was 9 years ago, they haven't replaced him. And they replaced him 10 years later with the same guy, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That's a crazy thing. And Milan, they have tried to come back to this level for a long time, signing a lot of players. I remember one transfer window that signed like 8+ players.
Yeah.
And the one piece they needed was a leader, someone like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who can guide the team to victory, and the manager, who is playing a style that adapts to Zlatan. Because Zlatan is not the guy he was 10 years ago. He's not the physical guy who will press and run and do all those things. He's old now. He can't run. He's limited. He can't run for days. So I will credit Piolo for that, for adapting the style of play to Zlatan. But this is the thing. This year is the best time to win the league because Juventus are absolutely shit. But do they have enough of a good squad and enough depth to win against Inter? That's the question.
But Ahmad, you say this about Juve being crap. Juve were pretty crap last season. They still won the league.
But HH, they almost bottled it against Inter. They have been shit throughout the year. That's the problem. They were good like in the beginning of last season, and then they dropped points at the end when Inter almost caught up. So I just think Juventus are going for a very, very bad period right now.
Okay, so who would you, if let's say you were a betting man, I'm not saying you are, but let's say you were a betting man, who would you put your money on? Juve, Inter, or AC Milan?
That's such a hard question. Either Inter Milan or Milan. AC or Inter. I just can't see Juventus coming back from this.
So, because if you had to pick one, AC or Inter Milan?
You're asking really hard questions.
It's a tough one. If you had to put money on AC or Inter Milan, because that is a tough one.
I think Inter.
It's not
But I
really
want
that tough.
AC Milan.
It's not really that tough. One is a team of bottle jobs. The other one is AC Milan.
I mean, because Inter should win. They should win. But we know how much these guys bottle, because they bottled in the Champions League twice, and they bottled the league last season, a league that they should have won and was handed to them on a plate by Juventus, but they still bottled. So it's a tough one to choose between AC Milan and then Inter Milan, because AC Milan are playing with no pressure. Inter have all the pressure in the world because they're expected to win, specifically based on all of the money that they spent and how they left the Champions League. Ben.
Wait, AJ, I have a question for Ahmed because he's from Sweden.
Go for it. No, Naso, go for it.
Ahmed, and you said you're a big Zlatan fan, but is it the reason you split PSG because of Zlatan?
Oh, that's cruel.
I know it is 100%.
Oh, wait. So both of you guys live in Sweden?
Yeah, I've moved to Sweden like 2012, 2013.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just asking because a lot of PSG fans are Zlatan fans as well, and they're just stuck with the team.
All right. So what's called Ben? Talk to me, man. Milan.
Okay, well, what they're doing is amazing, and I think Zlatan is a mentality monster. And when you have someone like that, even if he's not playing, it's as though he's still playing. It's as though he's still there. And but the season is so long, and I fear. Oh, somebody said Juventus can come back from this. Well, I'm looking at the table right now. It's just 10 points difference. 10 points is 3 games. 3 games. So like.
And they have a game in hand. They've got a game in hand. Remember.
Yeah. So I don't think Inter can win this. I'll be quick. I'll just say Juve or AC Milan.
Damn. Okay, Samuel.
Yeah. I looked at it when you said we were going to talk about AC Milan. I looked at the table and I was like, wow, they're 10 points off Juventus.
Yeah.
The thing is, I am not going to get my hopes up, because usually when I get my hopes up that somebody else might win the Serie A, then Juventus end up winning it. And Juventus are about to go 10 in a row. So I don't want to jinx anything. So I'm just going to say Juventus will probably win it in the end. But Milan have a very good chance. They have a very good chance. Wait, Inter Milan have won all the 5 games. Wow, okay,
Yeah.
that's a good record. But yeah, I think Inter. I said Inter Milan. I think AC Milan have a good chance.
All right. Natsa.
Shout out to the old hangouts when people were going in and Hazam because he believed that his team would win the league in 5 years. You guys went one by one saying AC Milan won't win the league in 10 years, blah, 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 blah. And look at him right now.
Yeah.
And I believe they will win it this year, to be honest. I believe it because Juve, a bunch of... How much did they lose to Fiorentina?
3-0.
4-0? 3-0? And they've been drawing games left, right, and centre. And
But
Inter
they've
Milan,
won 9 in a row, man. 9 in a row.
Who?
9 in a row.
AC Milan. Juve. Have they won 9 in a row?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Juve have won 9 in a row.
Oh, you mean
nine
titles? You mean titles? I thought you meant games.
No.
I don't give a shit about how many titles they won, bro. I want AC Milan to win because you already know childhood, the red and black shirt. It means a lot. Even though you don't support them, it means a lot. It's history, and they're bigger than Liverpool. I'm a City fan, but they're still bigger than Liverpool in terms of trophies and the Champions League repertoire. They're bigger than United, that call themselves a big club with 3 CLs. Come on, bro. Like AC Milan, if AC Milan win this league, they might be able to spend big next summer, and they might be back. So hopefully they win the league this season. I don't care about Inter Milan. Hopefully Conte gets sacked.
All right. Cassius, AC Milan.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree with Nata, and at least I want AC Milan to win, but right now I'd only give their chances like a 15% chance. I know they've started the season well, but I think Juve are still the team to beat. You know, if let's say if AC Milan, I don't think they've lost a match in Serie A so far, but let's just say they lose 2 matches in a row. I know Juve have a game in hand. If they lose 2 matches in a row, Juve win their games in hand, then the whole thing looks totally different. So I think still it's too early to have like a clear favorite, especially in the Serie A. It's a bit unpredictable at the moment, But yeah, other teams like a Roma or Atalanta or a Napoli, I think they're too inconsistent to really be in this title race. And Inter, until I see Antonio Conte with the Serie A Scudetto in his hands with the blue and red ribbon, I don't think they're going to win it. I wouldn't put any faith in them to win it until he has that Serie A Scudetto in his hands. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's just try and keep it brief because we want to just try and round off in the next 5-10 minutes, man. So, Gatlock, briefly, Milan, can they win it this year? Yes or no?
They can. They have a chance. Although, it's kind of sad when top of Syria is in Europa. One is Inter finished 4th, Roma in Europa. Oh boy, it kind of shows the state of Syria. Yeah, Milan have a chance. The only issue is the second half of the season because we're not even in mid-season with only 14 games, and yeah, I need to see, and they are just 1 point off Inter. So I need to see how far this team will go. And come after like maybe 20 games, then maybe, but yeah, they still have a long way to go for Milan. I hope they win it, although that narrative will be like Zlatan is the one that helped them win it, but let's be honest, he just played this part.
Okay.
While for Juventus, I think they could make it 10 in a row because I think when it comes to longevity towards the whole 38 games, I think Juventus' experience will show them through over Milan.
All right. LB.
Yeah, look, I think anything's possible in football. But let's not forget there's still just over half a season to go. So it's more than enough time for Juventus to make their way back up on top of the Serie A ladder. That being said, I reckon if AC Milan do somehow win the Serie A, it'd be the biggest achievement in football since, I'd say, Leicester City in 15-16, considering where AC Milan have come from over the last 5-6 seasons now since they were last in the Champions League. So I think, like I said, it's possible, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. from Mr. Arvin. Talk to me, man.
I actually don't know, like 50-50 because of the Zlatan injury.
But they've been winning without him, though.
I know, like they're winning without him, and he's contributing off the field. But if you see, I watched the Lazio game, and I can see how many they're spamming crosses, but they don't have a tall striker that can head the ball. Like if Zlatan was there, they would have scored like 3 or 4 more chances. So right now it's working, but I don't know for long term how AC Milan will play without him. I don't know when he's coming back, but they need to get him back as quick as possible.
All right. And Marvelous, round us off, man. Milan, do you think they win it this year, this area?
I think they have the potential. I still think it's still very early. I think the job that Pioli is doing, the job that Ibrahimovic has done as a leader, just the whole spirit of the group, of the young players that they have, the talented players that they have, I think they have enough to win it. But a huge part depends on how psychologically they're able to cope once Juventus runs into form, once a team like Napoli starts to make their push and into Milan. So if they're able to withstand the pressure from other teams whilst maintaining their form, then I think the sky's the limit. The only thing I will say, though, really quickly is this. A lot of the draws that they're having where they drop points, if they are to be title winners, they have to be able to squeeze out W's in those matches.
Okay. So, guys, our final topic of the evening, man. So let me just check on my time. Maybe 2:06. So yeah, La Liga. I believe that we can pretty much rule out Barcelona, even if some people have said that, wait a minute, don't rule out Barcelona, you never know what can happen. But I just feel like if this really isn't the season for Barcelona, so let's just take a look at the table right now. So there we have it, man. Atletico Madrid top 32 points, Real Madrid 32 points, but again, Atletico have 2 games in hand. Sociedad 26 points, Villarreal 26 points, Charles Emery, Barcelona 24 points, 14 games played. So I feel, I may be wrong, I feel and I believe that for the first time in a very long time, we may have a 2-horse race between the Madrid teams, Atletico and Real Madrid.
Really?
So, yeah, for me, I don't think Barcelona are going to be involved. So they forget those guys. I think it's going to be a 2-horse race. It's just going to be about 2 of them. Because, look, Atletico could just end up being Atletico and have 5 0-0 draws in a row. And maybe Barca just spark into form. Messi just says, you know what? F this. And they go on a crazy winning run. And then it's now back to Real and Barcelona. We can remove Sociedad and Villarreal out of it. But I believe that this Barcelona team is broken at its core. And they're not going to be involved in this. So it's just going to be Atletico and Real Madrid. And my thing about this is that looking at them both, who am I leaning towards? It's tough. The arguments for Atletico is I just think that Real and Barcelona are not as strong as they used to be. So it's not about how good Atletico are, it's how much weaker Real and Barcelona are than in previous years. But for Real's point of view is this team is pretty much the same team pretty much that won the league last season. And even though João Felix has now become better, and I think Atletico are better than they were last season, that win that Real had over Atletico was very psychological. So for me, I am leaning more towards Real Madrid, with or without Hazard, that I think that they are the best bet. But I do think that this is perhaps the best opportunity Atletico will have to win the league in a long time because Barcelona are going to re-up. They are in debt, so I don't know, but I'm leaning more towards Real Madrid to say what's up because I think this could be the decade that Real Madrid really re-up and dominate La Liga. And Barcelona, once Messi leaves, are going to take a nosedive. So, what's it called? Ahmad, Real, Atletico, who do you have your money on for La Liga?
I would actually say that Barca have a chance. because after PSG spanks them, they can focus on the league. So, but the thing with Atletico throughout the years has been drawing and losing against shit teams. They need to find their consistency and winning against these small teams. And the same with Real Madrid. If they can find consistency throughout the season, because when everything is going their way, they're actually playing pretty good. The thing is, if they can find the consistency, and I echo what you said, I think it would be a two-horse race. The Barca thing was a joke, but I edge it to Atletico. I think they had a good start this season.
So their loss to Real Madrid, you don't think that will psychologically affect them? That loss they had to Real Madrid.
It's a good question, but I just think Simeone's mentality on the players is just too strong for it to go through their heads. So I still put my money on Atletico Madrid.
Okay. Ben.
The disrespect in Barcelona is too much.
Me too.
I don't care. In fact, let it be 52. The point is, mark my words. Today is 26th. Clip this.
Gatlock, clip
this.
Clip this. Gatlock, clip this.
Barcelona will not be in the title race. Anyways, no, but I think only two teams can win the league this year, and it's between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. That's what I think will happen.
Wait. Madrid or Atletico Madrid?
Atletico Madrid. I think they have 2 games in hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2 games in hand, yeah.
And who?
They are on top. And Barcelona.
So no Real Madrid?
No, Real Madrid, they will be in the race, but I said the ones who will win, in my opinion.
Oh my God. You put Barcelona in there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh God.
They have a game in hand, and if they win that's 27 points. Come on. It's not that, let's not behave as though, it's not that by the end of January, Barca could be in the top 3 as well.
No, they could.
So
they could.
we're overreacting. The only reason is that you can give that is, okay, maybe, yes, Barca, who's most likely to lose another game or to have another bad performance is Barca. So that's just the thing. But I'm hopeful as a fan that they turn that around. And I tell you, if Barcelona turns it around, if Barcelona can click even to like 70% of what they can do normally, they will win the league, because that's what we do. We win the league. We win the Spanish league, at least in the last 10 years. So I think Barcelona has best shot still, personally. But I think if Barcelona doesn't win, then maybe Atletico.
Okay. What's it called? LB, talk to me. La Liga. Who do you think is on the front foot? Who do you put your money on?
Wait, AJ, before I go. Ahmed, that's your name, PSG guy. We are going to prostitute you guys.
Listen,
you know what they call it? Prostitution.
Are you trying to be the new HH, Ben?
Listen,
No. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
Ben. Nasser Khalifa's destiny was to destroy Barcelona as a club. He will succeed.
Okay, no problem. After we're done,
that's much, man.
That's gonna be the final blow for PSG. They're gonna close up the club and go away. Everyone is gonna go their separate ways.
Ben, just keep quiet, please.
Ben, happens you
I can assure you we will go through. I'm not saying we're gonna. I can assure you. I can assure you.
Wait, Ben. Word of advice from somebody who's experienced this. Just just be a bit more.
I'm not you. I'm not you. I don't support.
I know what happened. Ben, you were eating something and you were eating edibles. That's what you were eating. You were not eating any. You were eating edibles. 100%. What has happened?
Guys, this is PSG.
Look, my friend, we're not doing this thing right now. Look,
if there's anything.
Let me meet this guy. LB.
And this is not the Barcelona of 2013, 14, 15. So
LB, talk to me. La Liga, man.
Yeah, look, even Atletico are currently on top of the table. I mean, we've seen it year in, year out, the Atletico have been at the very top, and then towards the pointy end of the season, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they get the job done and somehow win La Liga. I think a lot of it is dependent on the Champions League as well. Like what I think it was Ahmed was saying, if PSG blow Barcelona out of the park, and if Real Madrid lose in the round of 16, which I don't think they will, I think Barcelona still have a chance, because obviously they'll have nothing else to focus on, because they won't have the Champions League.
But do they have the team though? Do they have the team though? Even if they get knocked, do they have the team to go on a run?
Look, when you got Messi, anything's possible. But with the way Messi's been playing this season and the politics that's happening in that great, or once upon a time great club, I don't think this year or this season they can get the job done. I think it's going to be a real toss-up between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid.
Okay. What's it called? Arvin, talk to me, man. La Liga.
Okay, Barca definitely won't win the league. They have too much problem at the board, and their players are not good enough. Yeah, they have Messi, but I won't depend on Messi, because he's not caring about the club anymore, and they're like 10 points behind. So I'm edging on Real Madrid, because they play way better football. I think Atletico is more of a cup team. Yeah, their defensive football, in my opinion, it won't be good in the long run. Like Ahmed said before, they're not good against defensive teams. No, against small teams, and that's the problem, because it won't be like.
So it won't be like what?
But can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
The Atletico Madrid, like Ahmed said before, they need to find their consistency against small teams. But Atletico Madrid don't have enough good players, and they're too defensive. But on the other side, Real Madrid, they play not good football, more expensive football. And I think the turning point is Eden Hazard, my favorite player of all time. And I know he has many injuries, but I think if Zidane take a serious chat with him and get his confidence up, I think they can win the league.
Oh, okay. What's it called? Natsa, where you at with this La Liga?
First of all, I want to say shout out to Mate Rosario, because he predicted this result. He put a bet on it as well, that you lose 3-0 or 3-1. I don't know. That Arsenal score 3 goals against you. So whatever juju Mate Rosario used, I salute you. I salute you. And I don't know what Benny's smoking, or what he's eating, or what he's doing, but
bro, there's no point arguing. Stop that. Let's just wait. Let's wait.
Nancy, just give me who's your money on for La Liga, man? Who's your money for La Liga?
My money for La Liga is either Real Madrid, because Real Madrid beat Atletico convincingly. But the thing with Real Madrid is they can turn up for these big games where it means a lot. But are they motivated enough to play these games, especially without
bother about Mönchengladbach. Good night.
Oh God, man, stop it, bro. Just because Barcelona lost 8-2, don't bring that shit up to me, man.
Who'd you put your money on? Who'd you put your money on, man?
I put my money on 100% Real Madrid, because their little babies are Atletico Madrid. So let them move on. And I don't know, because I literally, like, the thing is with Atletico Madrid, you can predict that they're going to win the league, but can you really trust them? I know they have like 23 goal difference and they've been scoring and everything, but can they continue this all the way through? Because Real Madrid are the real ballers here, because they've won this before, and it might be 2 in a row for them. So I'm putting my money on Real Madrid, to be honest. So.
Okay. Cassius, talk to me.
So, like I said with Serie A, I don't think you should make big conclusions so early in the season. Like Ben said, Barcelona have a game at hand, and then 2 or 3 match days, everything could change. The entire perspective could shift very drastically. At the moment, Real Madrid are the best team in La Liga. Just look at that form. Last 5 games, 5 victories. I think it's 6 games in a row they've won. Zidane has stopped doing weird changes, putting in Marcelo, Isco. He stopped doing that. Vinicius has seen the bench in most of the matches, which clearly has improved their form. But yeah, I don't think it'll be like a whitewash and Real Madrid will walk to the title. Nor do I think Atletico will. I kind of echo what I said on Inter Milan. Until Cholo Simeone has his hands on La Liga title, I'm not going to put any, and I wouldn't bet any money on them winning it, because even though they started the season well, which is true, Luis Suarez has been all right. Joao Felix has been amazing, to be honest, but they're in the moment of truth. He's always messed up. The game against Real Madrid, he showed that he's just a hyperactive PE teacher, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think Barcelona have a slight chance, but I don't think they're the favorites. Probably the favorites you have to say is Real Madrid so far. And just one thing, everyone talks about Barcelona's financial situation. I think everyone knows that, but I don't think people really realize that Atletico Madrid have 1 billion euros in debt, and I think people should just have that in context.
God damn.
And also, just one team, one last thing, you should put a topic on your next stream tomorrow for a Messi, because I can assure you we'll have something to talk about tomorrow on Messi.
What is it?
Is Diego Simeone the highest paid coach?
By the way,
Yes,
AJ,
he's
I'm gonna
been
leave.
for
But
over
Red
3
wants to
years.
come on.
He's
Red
one
wants to
of
come
those.
on.
Oh no.
I'm gonna leave. But he wants to talk about Real Madrid, I think.
Okay, no, because we're like rounding off now. We're rounding off now
Okay,
because I've got work to tomorrow. So, today says Barca are winning the treble. No, they're not. Tudare 1, 1, 2, 3. If they win the treble, then somebody is
What's this
sniffing
guy
crack
smoking?
cocaine. Gatlock. Let's keep it brief, man. So, La Liga, Atletico, Real, or Barcelona? Who'd you put your money on?
Barcelona can challenge. Real Madrid can win the title. Attacking virgins, well, it depends on how Real Madrid play. Real Madrid could either let attacking virgins win the title, but it depends on how shit Real Madrid are. I'm sorry, but I can't trust attacking virgins to actually do well in La Liga or to clinch La Liga, because they say a lot of time to go. They've only
Okay.
played 13 games. I know they have a few games in hand, but who knows? They could just draw those games 0-0-0-0.
Okay.
Because
Well.
we all know they're attacking virgins. I mean, even though Barcelona and Real Madrid sometimes have been shit, they still scored more goals than them. It kind of tells you where these guys are.
So let me come to Marvelous. Just a very funny thing. I think this is to all of my international audience out there, and obviously people, specifically who are non-Nigerians. Tell a Nigerian to be concise or keep it short. They don't understand what that is. I just think it is a Nigerian culture that you can tell them, please keep it short. They will tell you a story from now until the end of time. It is just a Nigerian thing as well. I told you. I will tell Ben and Gatler, keep it tight. They're like, sure. We'll be here tomorrow, and they've only gotten halfway through the whole thing.
Bro, that's offensive, bro.
Relax, bro. Come on.
receipts.
That was lower than 1 minute.
I'm joking.
Okay. What's it called? Marvelous. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, Marvelous.
Let me just dead this. I don't think Barcelona have a chance to win La Liga. So
leave Barcelona. Leave Barcelona. Talk about
Captain
Madrid
Obvious.
and Atletico.
Captain Obvious.
With Atletico, it's gonna be a matter of if Diego Simeone can hack it in the game against Real Madrid, in the next game against Real Madrid. If he's unable to do that, I feel as if their form, I don't see them maintaining it. Especially with how Simeone will be salivating about having to face Chelsea in the Champions League, meaning he could potentially be in the quarterfinals of that competition. So he might be in split minds as to which trophy he wants more. He wants to focus on more. With Real Madrid, it's going to be a question of just their commitments. I think both of these teams it will boil down to the same thing. What trophy do you want to put all your efforts towards? Whichever team focuses more on the Champions League will lose out on the league, in my opinion. I don't see any of them winning both. So I think Real Madrid is more inclined to go for the Champions League because that's their bread and butter.
So who are you putting your money on? Who are you putting your money on to win this whole La Liga, man?
I'll say Atletico. I think Atletico will do it. Yeah.
Okay. Undisputed, round us off, man. La Liga, man. Who's your money on?
Atletico. Atletico will win, and my reason is Suarez. He is still a top striker, and he turns those 0-0s into 1-0s. That's
cannibal.
the big difference.
The cannibal.
And you combine that with the best under-23 player in the world, João Felix, and you end up with a team that will win La Liga. It will be really close with Real Madrid.
Do you trust Simeone?
He's won it before, so he can do it again. I think it'll be because as for Barcelona,
2014 is a long time ago, though. 2014 is a long time ago.
And
2010 treble for Mourinho is a long time ago.
Yeah.
2010 trophy for Mourinho is a long time ago.
Okay. As for
Atletico Madrid might be one injury away
Can
from
Undisputed
capitulation.
finish? Undisputed, please finish your point.
As for Barcelona,
HH and his agendas.
Undisputed, sorry for the disturbance. Continue your points, please.
Barcelona, completely forget these guys. These guys will be fighting with good evening over top 4.
That's deep. Guys,
oh my God.
Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you. It's been swell. It's been beautiful. We'll be back here on Sunday for a general hangouts where we shall address that trash known as Salah versus Robin and also Messi's 644 Gs, man.
Robin.
We'll be back here on Monday. HH.
What?
Will we be back here on Monday?
Why? What's happening on Monday?
When you lose.
Chelsea play on Monday. Monday we'll be back.
Yeah,
to pop some
Stay
bottles.
true. Get real. I'm out. Peace. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.